Oh man, I got Smets. He's back. That's great because we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot of WrestleMania weekends coming up. So we're gonna have some of that game. That's Kevin's thing. Kevin brought a lot of brand new energy to the show, and he's got more games for us to play, and it's gonna be a lot of WrestleMania stuff. We've got Avatar 4 and 5 potentially happening. Is it in trouble? We don't know. It's only going to happen if the budget goes down, which makes all the sense in the world. But is Cameron going to do it? We'll have to discuss that. A lot of different things happening, guys. There's a new trailer from Michael. Tom Holland says that Odyssey's great. What's he going to say? It stinks? Of course not. And Kevin Smets trying to get his camera ready, looking like MODOK. So let's get it all running. You ready? Me too. Here we go. It's the show. Great. How are you? It's nice to see everybody joining me back on the show. Revan himself. There he is. Look at that
thing. That's the Spaceballs version of Revan.
Yeah, that's if you were going to wear that, you should have done the red background.
The red back. Yeah, well, can we go back or are we live? Oh, we're live.
We're live now.
Do I look like MODOK still, or I'm pulling back?
No, you're better now.
The light's not going to reach me.
I don't know. I don't know what you did to your light though. You look so good when you started. Now it's like all blown out.
How about this? I look good. Look at that golden sun. Look at that golden light. I'll figure it out while you talk. We're good.
It's just perfect.
That's a good time to figure things out is when we're on the air.
Yeah. Well, look.
My wife has a Zoom call at 9:30, so if I start sounding like I'm coming from Gaza or like from far away, it might be the internet. But I think I'm hardwired in. I should be good. Good to see everybody.
Nice excuses. I'll tell you. Like I was looking at that freaking what the hell is it called? The Discord. That's what people. Yeah, I pinned yesterday an apology because someone said I didn't have all the facts, and some people were right. Some people said that half of it was my fault and half of it was Roxy's fault, but she didn't make it seem like that. She made it seem like it was all my fault. I took ownership on the part that was my fault. She did not. I haven't heard peep. Not a peep, Kev. Not even one of these. Peep. Nothing.
Well, this is like Hogan Flair. Like, why isn't she on here? I mean, Tuesday is going to be must not miss.
I know, unless I decide to cancel on her at the last minute on purpose. I might do that. Anyway, we got a lot to discuss. But
tons. And I have what I think is going to be one of the harder gauntlets today for you.
Yeah.
And I have what I think might be a very fascinating discussion. Might be one of my favorite questions I've come up with because I don't even know what I would do. Well, I think I do, but I don't know what you would do.
Oh, I know that the Punisher trailer's out.
Is it?
Someone just said that. I'll have to watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the. We won't do it live because I don't want to do that anymore. But.
You don't like doing that? What happened? I thought.
Well, no, it's just sometimes there was the thing that scared me the most was the Dune thing. We did a live Dune reaction. We cut it out. It did like 50,000 views, and then the Warner Brothers music hit us with a copyright. I killed it, and then they're like, "No, it's still valid. Either change the thing or we're going to put a strike on the channel." I said, "Well, I'm just going to remove the whole thing. I'm not going to promote your movie. Then you're going to do that. Stupid."
So funny. Like my channel, Star Wars KOTOR channel, just hit 100,000. And before you get the button, they do like an audit of your channel.
Yeah.
So I went back and I'm like, did I ever because sometimes I might have taken like a clip from like, they're so strict now, right? Mm-hmm. Like I know I've taken a clip from like Solo, a Star Wars story, and I added or A New Hope. I took the trench run, but I added Solo's theme in it when he saves Luke and stuff. And I was like, I'm delisting some of these. I deleted some because like I don't want them auditing me and being like, oh no, you don't get your button and you're also demonetized.
Yeah.
And you get
I finally went back to the gym this morning. I haven't been back because
yeah, you're getting fat, bro. You really need to.
It's tough on the vacation. It's tough. And you got
I don't know. I saw people in the chat writing like, dude, Harloff showing off his guns. Look at Harloff. He looks good.
Well, no, this is the problem. Problem is that now when I'm going and I miss it, I start to I start jonesing. And so I went back today. It was just like a health thing. So I went back. I felt great and went back to the thing. And then I got on a phone call because people have been asking what's going on with the show. I was very much like we're in the like legal stages, which is good.
Yeah.
Which leads us to other things. What I can definitely tell people to do, and I don't know if Luke is here. Luke, can you put the Instagram account for TMI Tammy in the chat please, and maybe even put it in the description later. So the show is very much a drama slash comedy, you know. But there is a character that is involved at some point. I don't want to give away just how. And my writing partner started an Instagram account with this character about a week and a half ago, 10 days ago, 11 days ago. Within 11 days, the account has 40,000 views, 40,000 subscribers. 40,000 subscribers. She's a video that just hit 2 million views. She's crushing it. And it'll show you, like, it's not the character fully that she's going to be playing on the show, but this character is involved without giving anything away.
I would say it that's a classic example of like content is king. Like you can create AI slop channels, you can do reposting channels, but if you have a good gimmick, and what this is, especially once you realize how it ties into the script, because I got to read the script, it shows that talent will prevail. And like one of those things made me really laugh.
Right? She's really good. She's really, really talented. I can't wait for the audience to meet her more. She's really good. I was talking to the director this morning, and we were talking about how great she is.
Check that out. It's really good. I will say about your working out and like fiending for it, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a time where maybe you would be fiending for, a breakfast burrito instead. Like for me, I do a lot of intermittent fasting and also 48-hour fasts because of cancer. I don't want the cancer to come back. And when you do autophagy, I don't know if you guys realize this, and I'll keep this quick. When your stomach digests food, it's digesting food all the time, but that's not all your digestive system can do. It also can clean out your cells, but it's like a tax guy. He has a stack of papers this high. When he finally gets through the papers, now he's ready to clean the office. He can't clean the office because the next meal came another stack of papers. When you fast for 48 hours, that's when my body, autophagy, they start cleaning out your cells, which for me is good because it prevents cells from possibly returning to cancer. But the fasted state is really hard to deal with at first, but now I miss it. And like when I'm hungry and I haven't eaten in like 30 hours, I miss that when I have gone out and eaten a lot and stuff like that. So you're in a good spot, Kristian.
It does. No, it feels great. And listen, and it was the other thing I was and it was a good conversation that I had with the director, afterwards, and like looking at it, and people are going to go and you're going to see Tammy. And like I said,
she's awesome.
You don't really know what you're like, is this the show? Is it? Not really. But Tammy is a part of it. Is that's accurate to say, right, Kev?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like it's like without spoiling it. I can't say it. No, I'm afraid.
You really can't say. I know.
I don't want you to yell at me.
No, it's funny because she's done something very smart in how she's done this, because this like I said, you see this character. How is this a drama and a comedy? And then when you see the show, you're gonna go, oh, okay, I understand.
It's really good.
Yeah, I got feedback. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying it. Greg Alba wrote me back last night. He read it, and he had a lot of really nice complimentary things to say. And I respect his opinion because he's a really good writer also. So that was nice to hear. Because he's pretty honest. So
I love that you wrote a part for me too. I can't wait to be coffee patron number 4.
I had $1 for every one of you guys that has said that.
I'm not asking for a role
to make the show.
I'm demanding a role.
No, it's fair. It's fair. So we hopefully, like I said, it's just the hurry up and wait part is the toughest part of this whole thing. It's like at one point we had talked about launching the campaign in like October of last year, and we talked about shooting it in January, and now it's like, okay, it's moving. There's no stalling. It's just moving at the pace that it's moving at.
And then all of a sudden you'll look back and be like, wow, that all went by so fast.
100%. And that's why I've been kind of very cautious in bringing it up on the show. But like once it's time, it's all I'm going to talk about. But I don't want to keep, the audience knows that we're doing it. And then, so we're just going to keep moving. So, I don't know. Should we do the damn Punisher trailer now that everyone's talking about how good it is? Luke, you want to send me the Punisher trailer, and Kevin and I can react to it. We'll talk about it. That's a good thing. You know what we can start with?
Then we could change the thumbnail, and Luke could make me look more handsome in the thumbnail.
Absolutely,
horrible photo of me. I love you, Luke, but we gotta. I'm gonna send you some more photos.
He does what he can. Look, if I had $1 for every person that complains about the thumbnail they're on, but
he has no time. I get it.
Here's the other thing. I'm going to defend Luke because you weren't on this email So you're not really involved in it just yet, but you are complaining about it. So here's what you can
Not
do.
complaining.
You're complaining, but that's
Or
okay.
what?
Here's the thing. Luke sent out an email. Again, you were not on this email to send in headshots, send in pictures.
I did.
Okay, so send in some more. And the ones that you want, he'll do.
Yeah.
So he needs more images.
Well, he does a lot for me already with the Smets game stuff. So
Okay.
it's
So
I'm just razzing him a little bit.
he's getting the trailer for Punisher for us. So we'll react to that and talk about that. And then we can maybe, Luke, you can update the thumbnail and the title. We'll do the Punisher live reaction dash review for the topic. We can do that instead of the Avatar thing. But what we can do in the meantime is, like people have been noticing the lighting of the studio, right? So Ming's son came in here when I was gone for vacation, and he redid this whole entire thing. He fixed the lighting, he fixed the cameras, the whole design of the studio is different. He really did a great job. He's a great kid, and he's very talented in what he did. Luke helped, Brett helped, but Val was in here just crushing it over the last week. So that's why it looks how it looks. But some of the things that happened during it, you got to the wires were coming out. It looked like that's in the trailer, Kevin, with the Spider-Man when he's got the webs everywhere. That's what the wires looked like in this place. And he redesigned them. He put them in place. The problem is when you're redesigning things and you're redoing the road and a couple things happen. So one of the things is I always block out when I'm watching a reaction. What are you doing? You checking your text right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm a work text. Sorry, but I'll be fine. I'm listening to everything.
That's another situation.
This is an emergency.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm still paying attention.
All right. So
what did you say?
so a couple of the road stuff and other things kind of got messed up a little bit. Again, not his fault. It's just he was redoing things. And so normally when I do reactions, I'm doing with Sam or anybody else too, or myself, and watch something, doesn't pick up the sound at all on the video, and just picks up my sound. And then I send it off. I was under the assumption that was the same setting. It wasn't. So I did the Darth Maul episode 1 and 2.
You did?
Last night. I did them. I sent them off to the editors. And they wrote back this morning and said, well, the sound's in there. We're gonna have to do this whole edit. I'm like, shit. So that's why I did put out the Days of Thunder. Did you see the beginning of the days? Did you watch that clip I sent you?
Not yet. No, I was busy setting up the games this morning. Was that that was last night you sent that to me? Or no, it was in the middle of the night. I saw it in the middle of the night.
Whenever it was. My wife, we did the Days of Thunder reaction.
Okay.
And I had an apple on the table, and she goes, "Do the Mr. Peepers." So I did the Mr. Peepers. Remember Mr. Peepers from Saturday Night Live? And
no,
do you not remember Mr. Peepers?
No.
Oh, then you're gonna like it even more.
Well, if I do a short for it, maybe I can add it.
Put Mr. Peepers. It's from Saturday Night Live. So so when you're looking into it, you can cut it back and forth. But maybe me and Mr. Peepers doing it at the same time actually would be pretty funny.
Okay.
So anyway, the point is, I watched Darth Maul 1 and 2. Now here's a question I have for you.
Okay.
People, including yourself, said I was going to love this show. Said it was going to be everybody's loving this show.
I didn't say love. I said you'd like it and dig it.
There was a person in here who said, "Man, I don't know. He's kind of down on Star Wars, so we'll see." Did I love the show? Did I? I'm going to see what the audience says. Like the show, or did I think it was the same shit that we've been seeing over and over and over again from Filoni and the crew? So we'll let you think about this. We'll let the audience think about this, and then I'll tell you what really the truth is.
Interesting. He's making a game out of it, so I think it's going to be a shocker.
That's right.
If you hate it, man, that'll be hilarious.
To steal your thunder. So let's see. Someone says same shit. Someone says same shit, different show. Same but liked. Liked. Okay, we're getting. That's good. Everybody's a chime in. We're doing a thing here.
I'm gonna go loved. I said liked yesterday, or maybe I said loved. I think I'm gonna go loved. I'm just thinking back on the story beats and the scenes and how they were very Sopranos-ish.
Okay. So is that Jonathan that wrote this? Yeah. So you and Luke, who Luke's listening to, when we do your games, make sure that Jonathan has the thumbnails also that you guys do for the show itself, because when you upload as clips, I don't want separate thumbnails. I want the same ones because I like those, the ones that you guys do. So Luke and Kevin, send that to Jonathan. But all right, let's see.
I think he loved it.
All right.
And I'm hoping that, I think the chat's starting. I think there's a momentum of wave. I think people are starting to think, and they're realizing that you're going to love it.
The answer is that I fucking love this show. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Called it.
Thought you did. You called it.
Well, I called it. I said liked, but now
you switched it to love. You switched it to love.
Yeah, I did.
I loved it. I went in. See you later. I went in like an agent going into a comedy club, sitting in the front row like this.
Yeah.
Make me laugh. Let's see. Won me over immediately, and I think that you were in my head a little bit because I noticed the music immediately. The Kiners should be scoring everything Star Wars.
The movies included.
Everything. Yeah. Stop hiring other people. They don't get it. These people get it. They make their own stuff. They combine it with original tones. They make you feel immediately, oh, I'm in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
They dictate the tone of the show immediately. They get it. The Kiners put a little bit of the Phantom Menace in there. They put a bit of Attack of the Clones. They put they put original themes, and then they make their own themes. And they just understand how to tell the story in the scene. They go back and forth with a really chaotic, kind of crazy thing, and then they'll just transition into this real smooth, slower theme that puts you right in the mindset of where you're supposed to be. So the music steals the show immediately.
Yeah. I can't wait to get the score.
It's great. Now, I'll also say that one of the things that intrigued me, the reason why I was somewhat excited at all to watch this show, was because Sam Witwer's involvement and as a producer in it.
Yeah.
You can tell from the lines, you can tell from the writing, you can tell from the lore. I've been so bored with them staying in the same period over and over and over again. I'm like, what's going to interest me? Because they're doing what you said, which is what Boba Fett promised and lied about. Yes. It's a gangster show with a cop story, and a good cop story. And
it's like The Wire. There's scenes that'll feel like The Wire.
You're building characters similar to what they did in Andor, and you're building characters. You're making me care about. I didn't know Wagner Moura was the cop. That's amazing. He's great as the cop. You got freaking what's his face, Dennis Haysbert as the other Jedi, which is amazing. Serrano from Major League in 24, and his voice just immediately you just recognize. Although it's so funny. I said he's just got such a distinct voice, you can't miss him. And for the first 20 minutes, I'm like, who is that? I know who it is. And I'm like, I knew immediately who it was. I just couldn't. My brain was fried. So it just was. I just cared, and I cared because, and I guess I was so tired of the clone troopers. And I'm like, no more clone troopers. I don't care about the clone troopers anymore. This isn't clone troopers. It's a gang. It reminds me a little bit of the Darth Bane novels a bit. Because in Darth Bane, the novels written by Drew Karpyshyn, you have this Sith Lord who's trying to like just go through his agenda and do what he's doing, but he's got another agenda, which is trying to find a new apprentice. And what they also do in those Bane novels is they say, well, yes, the lead is a villain, but we know you can't just follow a villain. You got to have a good guy to hopefully root for also. And that's what they do here. And they do it so well. Vanessa Marshall's also in this. You know, you got some of the Steve Bloom. You have the same old character, voice actors, which is great. I say same old isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing, because they're trustworthy, and you know that they get it. I was locked in. I wanted more, and I haven't felt like that in a Star Wars product in a long time.
And Christian Roca said, my Jedi Way compatriot, Roca said that it gets even better, and like better, like episode 5 and I think 8 are like real standouts. So
yeah, I don't know how I missed. I guess I missed the email about the whole series, but I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I missed it because I had no interest. I thought it was going to be a skeleton crew thing for me. Like I'm like, I get it. I'm glad people like it, but it's just not for me. I'm locked in. I'm really locked in. It's one of the. It's actually very well written. It doesn't feel like they're talking down to the audience like a lot of the other shows do. It doesn't just rely on, battles and monster fights and that stuff too. It allows you to marinate in the story. It allows you to marinate in the underworld. It builds out each character. It shows you each agenda from the young Jedi apprentice to the Jedi himself to Maul to the cop. It's 2 episodes, and I can already tell you a lot about the show. That's good writing.
And you haven't even spoken about, what did you think about, like, did you see what I was trying to say, where it felt like matte paintings come to life, like the detail of these backgrounds? Like,
yes, I mentioned it. I mentioned I was watching it. It was incredible how it looked. I saw our buddy Saul in here said, for the record, Skeleton Crew was a home run. I tried watching it. I was bored out of my skull. I tried watching it a few different times. And
you never finished it, huh?
I tried not too long ago. But you know what? Everyone talking about how fun it was and everything. I'm going to watch it.
You got to watch it with your kids, though.
I tried. She bailed. She bailed on it. My little one was like, I don't want to watch this. And then I echo her. I found it to be incredibly boring. But this is not boring. This is not boring.
Right. I knew it was right up your alley.
Right up my alley. I love this. I love this type of stuff because this is why you get Sam Witwer involved in this too. He gets it. Kinders get it. And Filoni needs to be applauded for this too. Filoni absolutely needs to be applauded for this. I've been hard on Filoni.
And you know who else?
He's involved in this very heavily. This is a good show so far.
Weren't there rumors that a lot of what Star Wars Underworld from George Lucas it was going to be integrated into this? So maybe George Lucas needs to get a little love too.
100%. I mean, look, maybe these are stories that were told, and there's an idea of where they want to go with it. Absolutely love what they're doing with this. I'm like, this is a show now that I'm looking forward to watching, even though I'm doing it like for reactions. I'm actually looking forward to watching it, and I haven't felt like that in a while.
Have you felt like with Daredevil too, or no?
Yeah, Daredevil. I'm very much interested in too. I think they do it because the reason why I think Daredevil is working is because, and I've said this before, I liked Born Again season 1, but some people didn't. It was a Frankenstein job. It's like it was they were making like 18 episodes of the She-Hulk kind of tone, and then realized halfway through it, no. Yeah. We can't do this, and they redesigned it to go back to the Netflix tone. This doesn't have that. This is, let's just continue the tone that we were doing. So anyway, really happy with both of those shows.
Star Wars is back, baby. Kristian Harloff is back.
Be careful on that.
Don't Council's returning.
No. It's my favorite. I always, it's so funny. Maybe it's just a different person now. It's like, cause I look back as we're looking at these, we're posting like old clips and other things that you and I are doing from old, and like, I can't tell you how much I hate Collider Live and Jedi Council. Like I hate them. Not as much as when I was, maybe doing it, but I hate them. And I,
wow,
really?
I hate them. Think as a fan, like I just like, because I knew Rachel was friends with you, and then Rachel, remember, slipped you a copy of my KOTOR movie. You watched it on a flight, and you talked about it, and I still have the video on my phone to this day. That was my entry into it. I
didn't hate it initially. And like when I watched, like, the first couple of years was fun. When it started to feel like a job, and when people started realizing that it was doing really well and telling me how to then program it and narrate it and structure it, and you have to do this, you have to do that. That's when I said, this sucks. It felt like you have to do Jedi Council today. It's doing good. I'm like, do I have to? It wasn't fun anymore. And I
gotta believe when the fandom, like once The Last Jedi came out, and then like that schism.
Oh yeah, that was a major part of it as well. It's like, I was so naive to the fan bases in general, because I remember, I think I've talked about this pretty openly, but when we were doing Schmoes, I had never really seen there like an internet backlash on any fandom yet. First time I saw it was on Man of Steel. I really enjoyed the movie, and Ellis did not. Ellis got murdered on the comments. And I couldn't believe it because everyone was zealous. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I've never seen anything like this. And I was like, and I immediately go, the DC fan base. Marvel doesn't do this. Star Wars doesn't do this. There's a Star Wars. And then Marvel started doing it a little bit. And then Marvel and DC started going after each other. I was like, this is ugly. I'm like, well, at least Star Wars is perfect. Star Wars is a lovely, happy place. And so Star Wars was eaten before the apple was bitten. And then the apple was
Remember your episode of when you guys were all wearing your tuxes and you came back from The Force Awakens?
Yeah.
I was joking about how that one guy looked like Ellis, and that's good times because
it was
Force Awakens when it came out at first was actually really loved. Like I think
it was a very happy land that I lived in. And it was during that time that I was like, this is fun to do. And then it just between, a lot of different things just happened. And then and like I said, it got structured and then people then it felt like I was doing a political show at one point because it was just everybody's I was like, this sucks. And then same thing, Collider Live was similar. Collider Live kind of turned from where I made the mistake where I was doing one-on-one with Kristian Harloff and I really loved that show. And I still love that show. Like that show to me was the show that I always really wanted to do. And then, Fernandez wanted a Schmoes No type show. And I said, well, I want to keep doing one-on-one. He said, why don't you just combine it and put the interviews on like a live show? I want a live show. And I was like, well, if we're going to do a live show, because initially we were going to do like a Howard Stern type thing where he wanted to build like the Kristian Harloff Show.
Yeah.
And put like where the big desk was and give me that and then have Roxy off to the side and this and that. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Really? I thought you really were good at that.
Not at that time. And I didn't want Collider to have the Kristian Harloff Show, Yeah. And so then really we did the Collider Live and I was like, okay, we'll do Collider Live. And I wanted to do it twice a week. He's like, I want to do it 5 a week. I said, well, can I do it 4 days a week and then Friday someone else hosts it? He's like, no, I need you 5 days a week.
Damn.
And I was like, so then, we started doing that and then it combined to it. And then it just became like, I don't know. it was fun for a little bit. And then
You know what the most bananas morning ever was? It was like Monday Night Wars. It was totally like WCW. When the first morning where you did send live and then there was Collider Live and people were like streaming both and you're like, you guys are both online. And I mean, obviously there was no animosity between you guys because you love Roxy stuff. But like, I just remember like people were comparing how many people were in the chat to one and the other. And there's like, how are you going to watch both? Like, I had both on to see, like, it was like the Monday Night Wars.
Well, that was the thing is I talked because Fernandez was great to me. I can't. A lot of people have, maybe have different experiences with him, but I don't. I had a great experience with him. He always treated me good. And he had a conversation with me. I don't know if I talked about this on air or not. I can't remember. But when we had the conversation, he's like, I don't know if it's working out anymore. He and I talked. People are like, oh, it's because of the Galaxy's Edge thing. This is way after the Galaxy's Edge thing. He just told me to take a vacation is what he told me after that. Because I was, I've talked about this many times over. I feel like an imbecile on the air, and I was burnt out. I was also, as I said, I've never really spoke to anybody about what I was going through with both the loss of my brother and Schnepp and everything too. And it just for a year bottled up, and I was a moron and didn't take my break, and I never talked to anybody. That's why I always tell people mental health wise. But he's like, take a break, take a vacation. I took a vacation, and after a little bit, he could tell my heart wasn't into it too. And he's like, I don't know if this is working out anymore. What do you think? And I said, I don't think so. And the first thing I remember thinking was, I don't have to drive to Burbank anymore. Thank God. But he's like, how long you want to do this? Do you want to do 2 weeks? And I go, look, and this is why I give him all the credit in the world. He gave me another month so I could keep the health insurance for my family before I transitioned into my new job because I'd already positioned something with Skybound because I knew I was going to leave anyway. And he gave me that month, but I also said, hey, and I told him right off the bat, I said, I'm going to go live at the same time on my channel. It was the time that I was wanting to do. And he's like, that's fine. And I said, and I'm going to talk about it, that I'm leaving, what I'm doing. He's like, promote it. It's fine. And he allowed me to promote it the whole time. So that I will never say anything bad about him when it comes to that. Because to me, and I know that again, other people had different experiences, but like to me, he was always willing to help me out and all those things. So when that happened, when we launched SEN Live,
still love that logo. One of the all-time.
It was cool. Yeah, it was that show to me. Which is another one that with SEN Live, I think that could have been. The problem was that I didn't have a budget. You know what I mean? Like Fernandez had a budget. Like he did things that he could do, and I didn't have a budget, so I had to like find a way if I was going to do a show similar to Collider Live, where I had remember on this show I need to have one host in order for me to sustain. I need to have one because of what I'm doing now. One host. I had 5 different people on a day, so I was like, how am I going to sustain that?
A lot of mouths to feed.
That stupid Schmobot thing, which paid for everybody. But
Do you have that episode still online where it was Ellis and he was just getting so pissed as he kept getting interrupted? And
like there were a couple of fans that made a playlist of it. No, we haven't done the review yet. People think I don't want to hear about this anymore. Take it easy. Yeah. All right,
sorry, we're opening up to you, and he's talking about loss and
You do the reaction yet? Stop talking.
Great.
How about the movie news?
You
can't win. You really can't win. It's like I'm gonna go back. People are like,
where you got fired? Where Mark let you go? You took a vacation. You almost got canceled. Where they were making fun of you everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Punisher react.
Yeah, what about Punisher? 11 super chats so far.
It's like literally, I've never talked to you about that too. I mean, we won't now because we should get to the Punisher thing, but just the mindset of what that must have felt like, because my heart broke for you. I knew like I know you as a person, and like just when that took off, like the busting my ass or whatever, like
that's the one that's the part of it that I hate the most, because and it's right. I would do the same thing to somebody, but I never. That's not what. If you watch that clip, what I say was I was about to say Busting My Ass pushing this show for the last. And then Roxy asked me a question or something in the middle of it, and so
it's Roxy's fault again. It's all Roxy's
not Roxy's fault, but it came out the way it did. I was like, shit, but again,
perspective, right?
When you're doing a live show, don't be an imbecile. Pay attention to what you're saying. Understand that there are people that if you fuck up, they're gonna tell you that you fucked up, and they're gonna make it even more so to say this guy fucked up. He sucks. Get rid of him. You've got to have your guard up, and you can't I had a very different mindset.
But the comeback that you've had too, like I remember when you took, I forget what this channel originally was. I think it was Schmodown Clips or something. And it was like I remember it was like at 15 or 20,000. And I remember texting you when you first got 100, and like, not that you've already bounced back well before you started this channel and your new rebrand, right? But it just goes to show that like, you did the right thing. You took a step away. You didn't really talk about it, and then you owned it when you did. And then you
look. Here's what I always tell people too. You judge people on what they do next, right? And my point is like, and there's always going to be people people still tweet at me about it years later. And it's like the Eminem thing. It's like, okay, what are you going to say now? Guess what? And it's fine. The thing that I always tell people is you got to judge people on what they do next, right? Like, and if I continue to do stuff like that, and if I continued a year later to do something like that and another one like that, then you go, okay, this guy's just wrong with this guy. He continues to do shit like that. Or you just hate me, you want me and you don't like me. My mom and dad said all the time, people are not going to like you all the time. They're not going to like you. It's like, that's the thing as performers and everything else too, especially you want everybody to like you. And I think that, in especially in my head where I was like, oh, everybody thinks this is kind of funny and thinks what I'm doing. And I'm doing maybe I'm doing like a Stern thing. And it's like, no, people, not everybody's on your side.
Yeah. And you know what other people think about you is none of your business. Like, let them think about it. It's something you can control anyway. That's what I always say. It's like, what you think of me behind closed doors, it's none of my business. And if whatever it is, it would probably affect me negatively, or, like, then I don't care.
Yeah. And that's all it is. You just got to realize, like, look, just do your thing. And like I've said to people many times over since I started this channel, it is easily the most like happy that I've ever been doing this, because I set the own rules. I set the tone. I can set these things. I decide who I want to do things with. I can design my own channel. I can do all these things. And I'm way more relaxed in my approach to things. So like I said, if they're, you got to understand, people are not going to like you all the time. There's still people who will say things to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. You don't really know me. And maybe you wouldn't like me if we sat down and had a coffee or something. Maybe this guy sucks. But people have a perception of you no matter what, especially if you're doing this all the time. And I've come to, understand that. And that's when you're doing this. enough. So anyway, but
I gotta give it to Luke or PLD. I have a file still, a voice note. I discovered it because I was looking at my old notes when I was building games, because I have all these things on my notes from years ago even. And I found a voice note that I somehow put on a note document, and it's your voice note pitching me my comeback for Spectacular. But you have this battle. It was like when I was in the height of my cancer battle, and it's you saying, just imagine this, and you literally, like, maybe one day I'll edit it together, like your pitch, and it's your pitch, and it's exactly what we ended up doing, 9 months later after the cancer battle or whatever. But
yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
but that's someone from a good guy that can have a bad day. Everybody's allowed to have a bad day, except Joker. When he has a bad day, then that one bad day.
To him, that's a good day. Anyway, so look, we're gonna get to this Punisher thing. Luke sent it to me, but before we do, got to let everybody know about our good friends over at Rougiette. Tell you about Rougiette, and then we will come back and do the reaction to Punisher. So most things that doctors know that most dudes never really talk about, stress from work and money and family, it doesn't just disappear at night. It follows you right into the bedroom. You can be lying next to the significant other you've loved for years, and suddenly your mind is not even letting your body do what it's always done naturally. For situations like that, doctors look for treatments that help both the brain and the body, and that is where Rougiette Ready comes in. Now, unlike Viagra and Cialis, Rougiette Ready is a next-generation prescription treatment designed to help prime your brain for arousal and increase blood flow. It combines 3 clinically proven ingredients in 1 mint that dissolves under your tongue so it absorbs fast. Most men are ready in about 15 minutes, so you can stay present, confident, and in control when the moment is right. Over 150,000 men have already made the switch to Rougiette. Getting started is simple. Rougiette connects you with a board-certified doctor online, and your treatment gets shipped discreetly to your door. Now, for a limited time only, head to rougiette.com/Christian. Get 15% off your order. That is RUGIET.com/Christian, and get 15% off your order. Rougiette.com/Christian. Tell them that we sent you. Thank you to Rougiette. Really appreciate it. The link is in the description. Make sure you check it out. That's how you keep the show going. You care about this show? Want the show to keep going? Get yourself something, especially the good stuff that we offer you. All right. MODOK, push your head back a little bit. So,
sorry, I know. I feel like I'm soft a little bit here. So don't clip that out, please. I feel like I'm trying to get this.
Should have watched the Penny Barber interview.
Focus fixed.
All right, let's watch. We're gonna do a reaction to Punisher, and then we're gonna do a review of it afterwards. So let's do this. Let's see if I can bring this up here.
I'm gonna feel bad if MODOK's in it and you just spoiled it for everybody.
I know. Where is it? He sent this to me.
What were they thinking with that MODOK, by the way?
It was the last hanging out. Sam
Junior Soprano is MODOK.
Dude, there's a guy at my gym that looks just like Junior Soprano.
No way.
He looks just like him. It's absolutely hilarious. All right, there it is. You sent me another one, Luke? I got it, Luke. I'm just trying to download it. Is that a new one? Hopefully not a new one. Same one. All right, let's see. I'm going to bring this up. Here is someone asked where Finstock was. He's such an idiot. He really is.
What?
Finstock. So he
love that guy.
Yeah, he wrote me today because he couldn't make it to one of the meetups or whatever too. I didn't hear from him, but I knew through Ellis that he couldn't make it. So he writes me late last night. Remember, I got back in on Tuesday morning, or no, Tuesday, late Tuesday night, actually, so around 7:00. And so I get a text yesterday. When are you leaving, moron? And I wrote back, I left the other day, imbecile. That's how we speak to each other. There it is. All right,
hey, Frank.
Relax. All right, you ready for this? You heard that when it played?
I did.
All right. So we're gonna do a reaction to the Punisher.
I'm gonna mute my mic during it. No, I guess that's not how reactions work, is it?
Don't mute it because you're saying. All right, here we go. Here's the reaction to Punisher.
Hey, Frank.
Oh shit, that's a cool little opening.
How you doing, brother?
He's so good.
I'm in. Already, I'm in.
Done. Stop it.
Talk to me.
Oh shit.
Tell me what's going on.
Oh, it's just.
Oh wow, it's like PTSD stuff
in his brain.
Yep. Oh.
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? not sure about me.
It's
But
just-
you?
Oh
You
shit!
ain't got a fucking chance.
Oh, what are you standing there for? Get out of there! I'd be dreaming, right? And anger. Oh well.
I love this fucking music.
Work there. Oh.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
Oh, shit, that was cool.
Haunted.
Oh, look at that.
Ah.
One last kill.
Oh,
Amazing. May
because
12th.
once he meets Spider-Man, he's not gonna want to kill anyone anymore.
That's it.
Wow,
Hold on.
dude, I'm in.
That looks phenomenal. You know that I've never seen the actual Punisher series. There's 2 seasons of it on Netflix.
The original,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never
Oh,
seen it
man.
alone.
They handle that origin of his.
Yeah, I gotta check.
And as a parent now, I mean, I haven't gone back since being a parent.
Yeah.
You see things with a different eye. I mean, I would go full Punisher if
Yeah,
something
no
like
shit.
that happened to my family.
Yeah, I would. I think that I'm gonna have to watch 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Maybe do those reactions with Sam leading into the 3rd one.
it's good. And I
Yeah.
mean, remember his appearances too with Daredevil on the Daredevil show too, the original time, like the famous scene where he's like on the chimney or whatever on the
Mhm.
rooftop in the chains and stuff.
Yeah, he's so good, and like I said, he does anger so well. But that just I wonder if that show would play well if someone hasn't seen Netflix one. It seems like it would, because it seems like they're playing into his origin, like it's almost like the first time they're doing it. Almost.
Yeah, it looks like they're replaying it, or I mean, he's going to be haunted by it constantly.
Yeah.
And I love how it's like while he's in the middle of his current shit storm, he's still haunted by everything else. Like that's what drives him. It's very much like, not exactly with Batman and his parents, like just that overarching theme. Your family. Oh, dude. I mean, Jesus.
It looked incredible. It was really, and Bernthal's so good. He's just so good.
Yeah.
I just think he's just he understands that character, and he did say, remember, he said, I won't do this character again unless they do it the way that it was intended. They can't do it PG-13. They got to go, and this does not look PG-13. This looks straight up like Punisher.
And it's going to be so fun to see when he then crosses the genre and then he's hanging out with Spider-Man and around people with superpowers, right? Like I was always fascinated how like Iron Man was based out of reality, right? Like kind of like he didn't have superpowers. He was building it all. And then the first time he's interacting with a Thor, you know what I mean? Or seeing Hulk, like I always was so fascinated early on when cinematic universes were such a new thing. Like, how are they going to interact? Same with Batman and Superman, like, and it's so gritty. And so now I can't wait, especially after you see this tone. And I think you can. I think you can have a dark tone. He's going through a dark time. One last kill. It seems like it's going to be a very specific thing. And then it will move on to his situation with Spider-Man. So,
which I'm excited about.
Awesome.
You think he's the best Punisher? Has he taken the GOAT status?
Always, yeah. I did like Ray Stevenson's one in my Schmodown.
I like Ray. I like Thomas Jane. I liked Dolph Lundgren. I liked them all. If I was going to rank them, though, I would rank them Bernthal number 1. I'd probably put Thomas Jane as number 2.
Yeah, I mean, he did that well.
Yeah, 3 is Ray, and then 4 is Dolph.
I didn't hate on the Ray one. I thought it was like a different take on it, I hated watching those movies over and over for the Schmodown, but
I'm sure. Anyway, I love
the Dolph Lundgren one. Doesn't he like save a school bus full of children? It's like dark, like it's all the kids of mobsters that get kidnapped, and then he teams up reluctantly with a mobster.
Oh yeah, so I loved that Punisher movie when I was a kid. I loved it because I was a big Punisher fan in the comics. I loved the Punisher comics. And nobody was doing a Punisher movie. When they were doing a Punisher movie, low budget Punisher movie with Drago, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, hell yeah. I used to watch that movie all of the time. I had it on VHS. I would watch it religiously. I loved that movie. But yes, it's not good.
Did you like Tremors? Tremors was the movie I watched for
Tremors. Yeah, I wasn't. Tremors. I've definitely. It's Kevin Bacon, right? I've seen it.
Oh, wow. They do if you do a reaction, I'll do it with you. Tremors.
I've seen it. I don't remember. I mean, we used to play on cable all the time, and I watched. I was never like a huge fan. I will tell you that I put like Days of Thunder up there today, and watching that again was fun. But anyway,
I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to
you
watch
never
it.
seen Days of Thunder?
No, is it?
Oh, wow.
It's like Top Gun with the NASCAR, right?
Yeah, it's like every race car movie, but it's good. I enjoy it. All right. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Punisher special? Did you like it? The trailer? Did you not like it? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Luke's so good. I know him so well. He's already working on a thumbnail and piecing out this thing. This reaction will already be on the channel by the time this damn show is over. That's how good Luke is.
I like texting Luke for advice and stuff at 9, 10 p.m. my time, realizing like it's like 1 or something over there.
This channel would have 4 subscribers if it wasn't for Luke. Luke is Luke.
Would that be me, you, Luke, and PLD?
Yeah, yeah. Luke has been heaven sent to this channel. People don't realize it. Thought about it.
He's the nicest kid, like so nice, not kid, but nicest guy. I just say kid because I'm an old man now.
Yeah, he no, he is.
Do you know that I thought that I was turning 48 this whole time, and my wife corrected me a couple of days before my birthday and said, "No, you're turning 47," and I was like, "This is like daylight savings, free year." Yeah,
but I think you get a pass though. All the shit you went through, the pass. You're allowed
to be wrong about my.
You're allowed to be wrong for things. What you're not allowed to be wrong about is 16 super chats right now. Come on, we're trying to get to what 100 and what was it? What was it yesterday?
Oh, we're gonna soar by it, dude.
120.
Whatever that California Joe is the man. He does $50 super chats.
I know.
I need you to do 50.99. California Kid, which, by the way, when I grew up, I used to wrestle pillows and stuff, and I had my own characters. And the Hulk Hogan of my World Wrestling League, WWL, was the California Kid, and he always faced off against the masked fighter. And I have pieces of paper from like in 4th grade. I'm stupid, but California Kid, I love you.
I've decided to call it. Is 126. Thank you, Seattle Keo. I've decided to call an audible. Because we talked about the Punisher thing, and I assume that's the thumbnail and the topic now. I don't want to do any of the other stories because no one cares. Avatar might not happen.
What about Jeff Shell?
I know, because Avatar might not happen. We know that if you can't make it for cheap and you're going to make it for $700 million again, it's clearly not going to make the kind of budget. So
that's the drama right now, right?
I mean, I think so. I think they got to make it. They got to make these two for less money, and that's what I would assume. So and Tom Holland said that Odyssey's good. What's he going to say? So I would much rather do.
I love you bitching about these things.
It's like, sometimes you got to do stories, and you're like, but
because I think what I think is coming back, as we talked about earlier. I think when you feel like you're pressed to do these stories because that's the format of the show, that you feel like it almost brings you back to the Collider days where like it's like that format, like we have to cover this. Sure. Maybe you don't want to cover it. Maybe you want to go off and do a different tangent, and you can't.
There are certain things, like again, when people, like the perfect example, did they talk about the trailer yet? Because people are excited about it. They're interested in it. They want to hear the thoughts on it. That makes sense to talk about because I wanted to talk about it. I don't want to just cover things to cover things. I just don't like doing that. I never like doing that.
Not when I'm about to challenge you with some of the greatest games of all time.
And that's what it was. And so, like, because Luke did his best and put together as many stories as he could. He said himself, these stories kind of suck. He doesn't get nothing. He's like grasping at straws. So the fact that we have Kevin's like, should I do the game? Like, yeah, 100%.
Hope you don't think we're shitting on you, Luke. It's not you. It's
no, he doesn't. But
when it's a slow news day, that's when someone's covering the world's biggest chocolate chip cookie in Pistachio, Kansas, or whatever. Is that a thing?
No, I tuned you out. Luke, so do you think are you working on the trailer right now? I think he is.
I love Luke. He just said he thought I was in my late 30s.
Yeah.
Love you, bro. You can work on the trailer. Make any thumbnail of me as you want.
So Luke's working on the trailer. The trailer will be on. The reaction will be up in just a bit with me and Kevin. So there you go. Okay, let's get into Kevin's game, because to me, are we doing the same?
We're gonna start with the gauntlet.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go into the Smets games. And we're gonna save a segment. I do want to brag about. Do you have? Is it in the system yet? Can you show the? It's gonna be a future segment. Do you have the graphic? Did Luke put it in of Christian's, what's it called? Force perspective. Is it in there? But yeah, we're doing the gauntlet. We'll keep it. Never mind. We'll keep it.
No, it's not in there.
It's not in there yet. Okay.
Not in there yet.
I got a great idea for one too. That's just going to really put Christian in the hot seat someday, but it's his hot takes, but we're going to go on and we're going to do the gauntlet now. And remember the gauntlet, we're going to start with one.
Okay.
and then it faces off against another, like Dark
right.
Knight. Is that the greatest movie? Okay. Is it better movie than Logan? Yes, it is. Okay, but is it a better movie? Got to figure out a different, a one-word way to say what this is. But the gauntlet basically is, I'm going to give him two options. He's going to pick this or that, and then that continues on to the next round, and then we see how far down, and we're going to see who is the last one standing. And it's my favorite thing. I was at the gym this morning putting the order of this down. And I love trying to figure out a way to maneuver it, like to where it might make it challenging, because I don't want it to where you're just going to pick one the whole time, or like how you were like Doomsday. So I have the real tough ones at the bottom, the final bosses. It's like Final Fantasy, dude. You're going to have bosses and bigger bosses. And
I love the game. Let's get on with it.
Okay. I'll just go fuck myself. Okay.
75-minute intro. I love it, but let's do it.
Hey, it's my third. This is my fourth show. I'm getting there.
Yeah. So what we do, we play a game, and he's going to tell him it's called a gauntlet, and this gauntlet came from the word came from the early 1200s, and there are a couple of people. They said, hey, you should have a gauntlet, and so I figured we'll have a gauntlet. We'll put him in there, and the next thing you know, there'll be some people, and you guys will listen to it, and everybody else will be there, and everybody else will say this, and I'll put a couple more things in there, and then we'll talk.
All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
Shove it up your ass. Okay. Gauntlet, here we go. Christian, in light, and even though you have the dates wrong, WrestleMania is not this weekend, it's next weekend. The best WWE WCW match of all time. I have these ordered. There are several, and there's a couple that I'm going to want to punch you in the face in, I'm sure. And if there's any in the chat, PLD or Luke, if you see something that keeps being listed more than once, I'm saying 3 or 4 times, message us in the private. Otherwise, I don't want to just attune to everybody. Everybody has their own ideas. Okay, that's the end of the thing. Here we go. Best WWF or WCW match of all time. We're going to start with Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon ladder match in WrestleMania 10 versus Hogan versus Andre in WrestleMania 3.
Ooh. Do we have pictures?
This could be also in terms of importance to you, atmosphere, everything.
Do we have pictures for that?
I don't know. There's no picture set up for this. That would have taken Luke 50,000 years. I can explain it, but it was the first ever ladder match.
Yeah, it was a good one. A good ladder match. I'm gonna go Hogan and Andre for the significance of what it meant for wrestling in general. Like when you think about both matches, both really good matches, solid matches. It really built up both the careers of Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon on that. It made the Intercontinental title that much more valuable, and it made the ladder match so devastating.
Yeah,
what Hogan and Andre did, I mean, it was like that was mainstream, and that got audience. It was like the biggest WrestleMania ever. It was an undefeated giant. He was the major star that was essentially passing the torch to Hogan. So Hogan, Andre.
And remember that near fall in the beginning where Andre falls on him, and
he's like, two count only. It
felt like a real sport. In fact, anything where Jesse the Body announces, to me, it brings me back to feeling like it's real. Because back then I thought it was real. And whenever I see the old matches, for some reason, I still feel like it could have been real.
Well, they still use the body slam in the opening promo because of how big it was. All
right. Well, let's see how it compares to these other ones. Hogan, Andre, WrestleMania 3. Macho Man versus Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 7. Retirement match. Elizabeth and Macho Man get back together at the end.
I know your choice. You love that. It's a great match, and you have that kid with the hat on, which is
he's crying.
I still don't know. I can't.
Women crying, the mom's crying.
Yeah,
were they plants, you think?
No, not for that one. But when Elizabeth comes back in, and the Warrior just annihilating him at the end there, and Sherry doing whatever she was doing. I love Sherry, by the way.
And then the pause, and then when they finally come and hug, and dude,
it's great. Yeah, it's a great one, but I'm still going Hogan. I'm still going Hogan and Andre.
My favorite.
Significance wise and the match wise, if you're asking for a better match, I think Warrior and Savage was a better match overall with wrestling. But I'm gonna go
Hogan Andre.
Yeah, Hogan Andre again. Significance beats quality on this one.
Okay, Hogan on. Well, okay, yeah. So Hogan Andre versus, Hogan Andre versus Kurt Angle. I got to stop saying versus because I'm saying versus. Hogan Andre or Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21.
Yeah, so I don't even remember that match that well. So just because of that, Hogan and Andre.
Okay, Hogan Andre or Smasher KO Spectacular 4. That's a joke.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That would be Smasher versus KO Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels or Hogan Andre, and this is the retirement match.
That's
I'm sorry, I love you.
Good one, because again, when it comes to iconic moments that are continuously played and people keep talking about them, the I love you thing there, and knowing, and Flair really having the emotion with his hands up, like ready to go, and Michael, it's a great moment. But Hogan and Andre.
Hogan, wow, tough. Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to even get harder. I mean, this is like,
yeah.
You understand, this is like the mid card, not mid card, but easy stuff.
Yeah.
Hogan Andre versus Sting versus Ric Flair, 45-minute draw, Clash of Champions.
It's a great match, really good. That was classic Sting, which I absolutely loved. And they had some really great feuds, and especially when the Flair and the Horseman turned on Sting and all that was amazing too. But I'm still Hogan Andre.
Hogan Andre, he's giving Hogan Andre versus Kurt Angle versus Shane, King of the Ring. That's the one where Shane is thrown through that glass.
Yeah, that's a crazy match, and that's like almost like damaging your body for just. I mean, you talk about. I mean, Shane kept telling him. Shane was a maniac, continuously. The stuff he did with Blackman and the other stuff too. He was a maniac. It was a really solid match, but again, I'm going to put significance over here. And I'm going to say Hogan Andre.
I'm curious now with the significance. I think Hogan Andre is going to have legs on this because.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's true. Okay. So we already did that one. I had a double there. Oops.
We're talking about.
No, I didn't. Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 19, or Hogan Andre.
And is that the one where? Oh no.
And then that's after Chris and them hug, and then Chris like low blows him at the end.
No, Hogan Andre.
In Seattle.
Hogan
Shout out to Seattle KO if he's in the chat.
Hogan Andre.
Hogan Andre. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to start getting good. Hogan Andre or Hogan Warrior, WrestleMania 6.
Shit. That's good. I'm going to say Hogan Warrior.
Hogan Warrior. Why?
Because Hogan Warrior was, yes, significance-wise, I think still Hogan Andre as far as what it does. But as far as what that was doing at that point, Hogan really never lost clean to anybody, and the fact that it was good and babyface versus babyface was not common like it is today. And it was again a passing of the torch moment that ultimately didn't work out, but it was a passing of the torch moment. You didn't know who was going to win. You kind of knew that Hogan was going to beat Andre. I mean, most people would go, "Oh, Andre, maybe Andre," but if you really dive into it, there was no way moving the company forward with the momentum that they had to have Andre as the champion. Hogan Warrior, you didn't know, because in the champion for champion thing, you got Bruce Pritchard who said it was never title for title. Then why was it called title for title? Why did they say it was title for title?
Yeah,
no sense. And everybody else says it was title for title. So it was definitely title for title, and
the logo too. Like remember dude.
Yeah. And so, and the fact, what's so funny is that I watched that match so many times that I remember at the end of it, you can see that because as much as RIP, as much as I loved Earl Hebner, he messed up so many different spots. And so he after Warrior wins, he goes and he hands him the Intercontinental title, and then he goes to hand him the regular championship. And the Warrior kind of shoos him off because the spot was that Hogan was supposed to give it to him.
Oh, brutal.
And so you see him shoo him off, and then they quickly get the belt back, and then I remember Gorilla Monsoon goes, Hulk with his belt now. and he goes over and and he does that, and they have this whole sharing moment. That was an iconic moment. That was kind of like one of the last big great WrestleMania matches until it took off again. So I would say Hogan and Warrior.
Hogan and Warrior, good one. Okay.
Oh, Earl Hebner is alive? Okay, I thought Earl died. Dave Hebner died? I guess Dave died. Okay.
Hogan Warrior is now in the lead. Now we got Hogan Warrior or Shawn Michaels Bret Hart Iron Man match.
Ooh, Shawn Michaels Bret Hart Iron Man match.
Ooh, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart Iron Man match, or Hardy.
Wait, let me explain why.
Okay,
why, because as much as I just responded to that other one, that was what I was talking about when the passing of WWF at the time was struggling, right, and was still trying to hold balance, and it is not easy to entertain people for a full hour in an Iron Man match, and make it and put all the emotions right. It just showcased how good the two of those guys were, and even though they hated each other, how well they worked together. So, yeah, that Iron match was pretty special.
I think that's Bret Hart's favorite match of his too. And yeah, they hated each other at the time. They can get along with people. We can get along, Christian, even though you hate me and I hate you.
It's true.
Hardy's, Edge and Christian, Dudley's, TLC, WrestleMania 17, or Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Iron Man.
I was there. I was at that match.
You were at
17. Wow. So it was,
really?
Yeah. So it was right before I started working there. So I would tell you still Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, great match. The other one you just mentioned, great match, but the significance of what I talked about with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Iron Man.
All right, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. Dude, you notice Shawn Michaels isn't like all of these.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, or the one that I was at, Shawn Michaels versus Taker 2. This is the retirement match at 26 in Arizona.
That's the second one, not the one everyone talks about all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still go Michaels and Bret Hart.
Michaels, Bret Hart. I was so glad to be there at Shawn Michaels' last ever match. Yeah. Like he never went back and did one bald in Saudi Arabia or anything. Right, and I wasn't pissed about that after spending thousands of dollars to go over to Arizona to see him. Okay, here we go. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, Iron Man, or CM Punk versus John Cena, Money in the Bank in Chicago.
I don't know if I've ever watched that one fully. So for me, remember I had a large break in wrestling for a long time. I've since caught up on a lot of things. I don't think I I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I would still say again, significance and quality, I would go Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Iron Man.
Okay. Interesting. Have you seen the entrance though? Like you've seen the entrance with CM Punk in Chicago and like what that meant when he sits in the center of the ring and the crowd's chanting like signs, Cena wins, we riot, and just Chicago's chanting CM Punk, and then you got to see it. That's one you should definitely look at. It's what made CM Punk. It's the summer of Punk. Okay, so you still have Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Iron Man, and when we put this together, it'll be edited way quicker. Macho Man versus Steamboat, WrestleMania 3, or Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Iron Man. Macho Man versus Steamboat. That is, I literally just watched that match on the plane from LA to New York, or New York to LA. That match was a main event. If you ever saw a main event, it was better than the main event as far as wrestling with Hogan and Andre. It really, I talked about bringing significance to the IC title. Macho Man versus Steamboat was and it just shows you how I wish what wrestling would be today. So many different pinfalls, and he didn't. Yes, Macho Man hits the elbow once, two, but there's like 87 different, pins. Steamboat doesn't hit his finisher to win. He does a small package to win. It made it seem more real that anybody can call. You can't win on a small package anymore. Those types of things, and the way that the dance that they put on for that long, and I'll tell you also doesn't get enough credit in that match is the commentating between Jesse Ventura and Monsoon. It's like, oh, I love that arm drag by the dragon. Like it's just such a great. It's all just art. That is just that to me is a perfect match. Did you see it on the vault where it's without the commentary and you get to see like the last minute of the match? I did. I saw the WrestleMania. Yeah. It's great. It's great. That would be up there. And that's my top. That's in my top 3. All right. So Macho Steamboat is in the lead now. Macho Steamboat versus Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor, WrestleMania 11. You're crazy. What were they thinking? Yeah. Macho Man and Steamboat, or The Rock versus Austin, WrestleMania 17. You were there, Christian. There. The heel turn by Stone Cold takes this out of the running. It was unnecessary, and Stone Cold himself says should have never happened in the first place. It made no sense for the character to ever join with Vince McMahon. The match itself was spectacular, really great, but Steamboat, Savage, easy. Okay. Oh my gosh, making a run in after being eliminated earlier, Hogan and Andre, or Macho Man versus Steamboat, because they haven't been against each other yet. I thought you were going to say WrestleMania 4. No, WrestleMania 3. I'm just saying because Hogan Andre just cruised through everybody. But if I would have had Macho Man Steamboat earlier, would that have fallen to Savage Steamboat wins? Okay, there you go. Savage Steamboat. Then good. Even though significance wise of what there was still huge significance with Steamboat and Savage, and Steamboat tells this story about how they at the after party that everybody was kind of talking to them, and he's like, and he looks at Savage and he goes, "Look over there. What am I looking at, brother?" And he looks up and he looks over, and Hogan's not getting the compliments today. He's like, "You stole the show." Oh, I love the show. Yeah. And they had that match written down on paper from the documentary.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, you talked about how they
just call him out of the blue.
rehearsed
Like,
it and went over it. Yeah.
Don't build them like they do. They do. There's some really good ones out there, obviously. Okay. Macho Man Steamboat versus Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 40, with all of the run-ins, the finishing of the story, Avengers Endgame in wrestling.
It's an incredible main event. And one of the ones that it was the first mainstream main event in quite a long time where people outside of the wrestling audience was talking about it, and it was all over the place. It was a very significant WrestleMania. It was really well done in how they did it, but still Savage Steamboat.
Savage Steamboat. All right. Savage Steamboat or Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell.
You're going outside of WrestleMania. You just go. So
no, I did.
I know you've done, but I that's you know what it is though? That match itself isn't a great match. It's the spots. It's the spot through off the top of the freaking cage. It's a spot through the cage, and the fact that this guy almost got murdered twice, right? But it's not an incredible match. Nothing really happens except those big spots. So Savage Steamboat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if the Hell in a Cell of Undertaker versus Mankind, or we haven't gotten there yet. Yeah. Oh, because I thought that might have won. Okay. So now we have Savage Steamboat versus Bret Hart, Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, the double turn.
Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because that's you're talking about significance. That's such a significant moment because like you just said, the double turn where Bret Hart was the baby face going in. Stone Cold had been a heel all his career, and people were getting on board with him and just loved him for what he was doing, the anti-hero type guy, and that he wouldn't quit. The only way that they stopped it is because he's there bleeding. It's a great match. It's a phenomenal match, and it probably would have won a lot of different things, but Steamboat Savage.
Steamboat Savage.
People don't understand though when you watch that match is that you up until that point there were not a lot of moments like Steamboat Savage with that kind of speed, that kind of moments in the WWE. It was big guys lumbering about, punching body slams.
Hercules versus Warlord, yeah.
And that kind of speed and those technical moments. I mean, Bret Hart was fighting in tag team at that point. There weren't those guys that were doing that. And Shawn Michaels was in tag team. Those were the guys that were doing it. And Steamboat, there's a reason why every time Steamboat fought against Flair and these other guys that he put on matches of the year and things, because that kind of speed, that kind of strength of what they were able to do, now you see it and you go, oh, it's not that special. It was so special at that point. And it gave so much power to the IC title. The Stone Cold and Bret Hart probably would have won majority of matches leading up to it, but Savage Steamboat to me.
And how do they repay Steamboat?
I know.
By putting him in a dragon outfit, blowing fire in the night.
Oh, not only that.
That was my first intro to him, and I'm like, this guy.
No. That's not even the big problem. The big problem is he wins this match, takes the title off of Savage, who had it had the IC title for over a year, wants to spend time with his family for a little bit, and wanted to take a little vacation. Like not a long one, a little vacation. And Vince says, you can't take a vacation. You're the IC champions. I just want to take a little break, spend time with my newborn. And Vince makes him drop the title to the Honky Tonk Man. Now the Honky Tonk Man, who's one of my favorite IC champions, by the way, too. But he was not. Here's a trivia question for you: who was supposed to be the person to take the title off of Steamboat before the Honky Tonk Man?
Oh, I just saw an interview and he was bummed because then they gave David the Honky Tonk. Not Jake. Is it Jake?
Butch Reed.
Butch Reed. Wow.
It was Butch Reed.
What a weird.
Butch Reed, wasn't there or showed up later, and Hogan goes, "Let's put it on Honky, bro."
Oh, just pointed at him. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he put it on Honky. And Honky had it for over a year and a half until he dropped it to the Warrior. All right.
So Macho Steamboat still in the lead. I'm not going to make it easy on you, though, because this one would take it for me. The Macho Steamboat or The Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania 18.
That's brutal because that is another one where it's similar to what similar to what Austin and Hart did. Hogan came in as the heel, Rock came in as the baby face. The audience, it was the first time the audience really embraced Hogan again since coming back to the WWE. And Hogan showed he still had it in that main event thing. The Rock was the Rock, and it was amazing. It was an amazing moment. And that the reason why I'm gonna go Steamboat Savage.
Wow,
that should have been the main event. The Hogan Rock. I don't remember what the main event was that night.
It was Jericho versus Triple H.
Yeah, no,
and the crowd was dead for it.
no one remembers. It sucked the energy, and it stole the show in the same way the Savage Steamboat did. It shouldn't demoted for that. But it was really great. It was a great moment. And probably would have won a lot of other things, but again, it didn't have that still technical. Hogan was still older, and he was moving the best that he could, but it didn't have that. It wasn't perfect like Steamboat.
First 2 minutes of that match, though, with the crowd, and then
Great.
the
Oh,
look
the
and
flexing and all that.
the
Great.
bowl when you hear about it.
Great. Steamboat and Savage, to me, was the
Steamboat Savage for Shawn Taker, WrestleMania 25.
This is going to be the most controversial one of all, because most people, when asked what their favorite WrestleMania match is Taker,
Ultimate Warrior versus Macho Man.
No, they say Taker versus Michaels.
Yes,
And so I went back and I watched the match again too. It's a great match. The reason why you're either going to take Savage versus Steamboat or Taker versus Michaels is for one reason and one reason alone. Your generation. It's your generation of when you were watching. When I really fell in love with it and when I was watching it was during the era of Savage Steamboat. There's people who just had to go back and watch Savage and Steamboat and weren't invested in the way, didn't know about Steamboat's throat and his larynx getting hit, in the same way that I was not emotionally invested in the Taker Michaels stuff. I went back to watch it. Very great technical match. Great. And I've always said this. I love The Undertaker. I think that what The Undertaker did for the business, you could tell he's a guy that just people respect. He was the locker room guy. I was just never a Taker fan. I was just never a Taker guy. So I picked Savage Steamboat, but I know most people a lot of people, depending on their generation, will take Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Wow, that's great. And Savage Steamboat, I mean, that ran the gamut of some of those hard to choose ones. So yeah, it's hard to disagree with you on that one. I mean, I think for me, it's just always going to be the first match that I ever saw, and it made me love wrestling. Like I rented the VHS tape, and the first match that hit me was the Macho Man Ultimate Warrior.
Well, there's a couple.
Sometimes it's like personal to you, you know.
There were a lot of idiot moves that McMahon made. A lot of brilliant moves he made. A lot of idiot moves. One of the biggest idiot moves was never putting Hogan and Flair in WrestleMania main event. That, I mean, I never understood it, and I don't want to hear this nonsense about it. Well, they tested them at house shows, and it didn't. That's the stupid.
Should have been WrestleMania 8.
Stupid.
And you know, the other big flair is when Macho Man pitched a WrestleMania match with Shawn Michaels. He's like, this kid's good. And I think he wanted to do the next Steamboat Savage. Well, and Macho Man and Vince was like, no, you're too old. It's time.
And he always liked the big guys and all that stuff too. And the other stupid thing that they did, they should have done, because it was the Hogan era, and he kept getting nervous because he needed Hogan to be in the thing. They should have done a run. They should have kept Steamboat with the IC title for a little bit. They should have brought Steamboat back, and they should have had a heavyweight championship match between Savage and Steamboat. And they should have been trading the titles back and forth. Savage should have gotten it again from beating Hogan again too. They gave up on that too long because they took it away from Hogan, and they Macho King and all that stuff. Like Savage is my favorite wrestler of all time. Yours too. So
one day maybe for this show we'll show the audition tape. I still have it with my Macho Man.
Oh my God,
that ill-fated audition.
Oh yeah, trying to become a Schmodown player, not a good idea there. Sound more like Gary.
And my tassels got caught on my chair.
Hilarious.
And I knocked the chair over, and you're just sitting there laughing. It was like a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Hilarious. Do you have that?
I do have it. I said I'll dig it up.
You have to dig it up.
We can react to it on the show.
So we got that. Now we got some more stuff to do, right?
Yeah, we'll blast through these games because I know you got probably easily 107 super chats.
We have 30 right now, but you know what we do? You're good at talking. I need you to talk to the audience for like 30 seconds while I pee. Otherwise, I'm going to piss my pants.
He's going to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to talk to all of you guys, and I'm going to tell you about MeUndies. Okay, MeUndies is the official sponsor of this show. Okay, no, but no, what we can talk about is this. I want to thank the fans. I've seen all the comments. I read all the comments. I respond to a lot of the comments on here too. I do that because I kind of want to make these the episodes that I'm on more interactive as much as I can. And I try to get these games catered. So next week I'm gonna really mess with Kristian. So I don't know if he's gonna hear it or not, but I'm gonna try to make the most controversial Smets games possible. I'm gonna force him to make choices that both choices are absolutely hated or have split the community in half. And that's what I'm going to do when he's not here. So hopefully he doesn't hear me say this, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I like to respond to all of your comments and stuff. And I want to say that thank you to all the nice comments. I know I'm new here, and I know that he said 30 seconds, but it's longer than 30 seconds. But I am new here. But I do appreciate all the comments, and especially ones from coming that people about my cancer stuff and all of that. So until then, I will say that the Smets games today, one of the questions is going to be one of my favorites. And I'm curious where you guys lie on all some of these. So maybe you guys can start writing in the chat. I kind of keep my eyes on it. So I'm going to start reading them when I can, even the non-super chat ones. But yeah, my Smets games is going to be good. I really want to force Kristian to make some poor choice. Oh, there he is. Who's actually, everybody don't say anything.
Perfect. All right. You ready to?
How long is that cord? Were you listening to me the whole time?
No, I was pressing now. All right. So you want to now? What are we doing now?
We're doing Smets games.
All right, hold on.
We got.
All right, Smets games. It is. I do not know what's coming.
You do not know what's coming. And
by the way, I was just thinking about this. When you do the short for that wrestling thing, maybe you just title it WrestleMania matches and just cut out
the current. Yeah, I could do that.
Maybe because WrestleMania is coming up this weekend.
Well, we have time too. I mean, it's not till next weekend. I'd love to.
Next weekend.
It's next weekend. It's not this weekend.
This weekend.
I'd love to have clips intercut with clips. That would be great. That's my idea. It'll just take a long time, but really the ones that take long sometimes do well. All right, Smets games. Here we go. The first one. We're gonna blast through these. One must go, Kristian.
Oh my God.
Breaking Bad,
this is tough.
The Sopranos, The Wire, or Game of Thrones. You got to eliminate one of them, and they could never be in existence.
Oh my God, I hate this.
I know.
This one I hate. Because
when you start talking, you should probably go back to you for the short.
I know. I'm just chewing.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I want to hear what the chat has to say about this one too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say on this. Thanks, Luke. I like these. These are better.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sopranos, and Sopranos and Game of Thrones have an unfair advantage because Game of Thrones right now I'm watching with Sam again, and really I just love that show. I couldn't get rid of it. And Sopranos, same thing. Like Sopranos, I went through a whole thing with because I remember when I was watching it, loved seasons 1 through 4, and then I remember waiting through 5, and then I had to wait for the other ones. By the time you waited for like 2.5 years, it just didn't have that same impact. But then watching them all in one big binge, it just shows you how brilliant the show is. And I did that before Many Saints in Newark. I watched I was watching like 2 episodes a night for like however long it took me, and I wasn't reacting to it. I was just watching it. So those shows aren't going anywhere.
It's funny you say that. I'm about to finish my Sopranos binge, and I saved the Many Saints of Newark for the episode before the finale. So I'm at the finale. I'm at Made in America. But the last shot of episode 21 is where 2020 is when he's laying in the bed with the shotgun when he's on the run or whatever. When Silvio's in the whatever. I don't want to spoil, but then you go to Many Saints of Newark, and it's cruel. I just think in my brain it's like him thinking back to his childhood on the eve of his last episode. It's like the machete version, how you watch Phantom Menace after.
Someone said Breaking Bad was boring. Who said Breaking Bad was boring? Breaking Bad to me is
first season is not perfect though. That's the one show where it gets convincingly better each year. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna get rid of The Wire, and Wire is one of my favorite shows of all time. Breaking Bad, I haven't rewatched. I'll probably rewatch it because Sam has never seen it.
Great.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and I don't even know where it ranks in those top 3. The Wire is. I watched all of those seasons in 2 weeks while I was temping at Warner Brothers, and it was just so good. I haven't watched it in so long, but it's incredible. But I'll probably have to get rid of The Wire because I don't want to get rid of those other 3. If it was like something else in there, no brainer. The Wire is so good, but The Wire is brilliant. But
that's why I didn't put Succession in it. I don't know where you stand.
I've seen 3 episodes of that show. It would have been the first one.
Smart. That would have been, and then it would have been too easy for you,
Yeah,
Brad. I'm glad I took that out last minute.
Yeah.
I think Wire goes for me, and only because I love The Wire too. I also watched it in like a 2-week span, but the others I have revisited before The Wire, and I've had any chance to revisit The Wire. So I feel like subconsciously that means that The Wire would be, in the last place. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad with the wife.
I know
I did Game of Thrones last year, Sopranos this year.
The problem though too is those other 3 are ones that are constantly like rewatched and talked about still and comment. Wire has kind of unfortunately fallen out of that zeitgeist. But it's so good. All right, that's for that. So I hate to do it, but I get rid of the wire. All right, question
Wire's
2.
gone. All right, this is the one that I texted you about that I think might be one of my favorites I've ever asked you. We're out of order here, but that's okay.
Okay.
Do this one too.
It's your favorite one?
No, the one there's another one, but we'll get there.
First of all, is that on purpose? The morbium in the room spelled wrong?
That would not. I didn't build this, so I don't know.
Damn you, Luke.
Luke Skywalker.
Morbium in the room.
Morbium
in the room.
Are you drinking, Luke? Are you drunk? All right. 24-hour loop. And you can do it for $1 million, but you have to watch it, and you have to piss on yourself. You can't get up. You have to watch. Literally, the eyes are on it for 24 hours loop. What movie are you picking? Cats, Morbius, The Room, or Geely?
So when you brought that up, hold on, where is this thing? Let me get rid of it. When you initially, I go, oh, I know the answer to this right away. I'm picking The Room. I'm gonna laugh my ass off, and I'll watch The Room for 24 hours. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that because eventually it gets tiresome. It comes down to 2. Do I want to just keep staring? Because for 20, I can block everything out and just stare at Adria Arjona for 24 hours. Or is it J-Lo's tush? But J-Lo's only in it for the beginning.
The yoga scene.
Yeah.
J-Lo's in it the whole time.
Is it J-Lo that's in it the whole time? Oh, no, Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler is the mom, that right? In the beginning? Isn't it Liv Tyler?
No,
who's the mom?
The Jersey Girl by Kevin Smith.
Oh,
this is Geely. This is the
Geely,
one where
right?
Geely.
No,
this
right,
is the one
right.
where J-Lo is doing that yoga pose and the
right.
Yeah.
So right, and Jersey Girl is Carlin. Geely is Pacino, right?
Yeah, I forget.
Isn't it? Oh, I'm picking.
It has Ben Affleck with a bad Jersey, like a mob hit guy or whatever.
Yeah, I'm picking
that kid.
As Luke says, I'm picking Mobium. Adria Arjona. I'm watching Adria.
You're doing Morbius?
Adria. I'm watching her. Yeah.
If I'm forced to, I think I would pick Geely because I think I told you about it last week when we were talking about. I don't think Geely's the worst movie of all time. Oh, no, I think it was with Roca. I don't think Geely's the worst movie of all time. I actually watched it, and not just because of the yoga scene, but I was like, it's not so bad. Everybody's talking about how bad it is.
There's an old set of mine that popped up, and I was talking about both Geely and Glitter. Remember Glitter?
Yeah.
And I said, Glitter was so bad, I punched my roommate in the face, and he apologized. I said, what happened to Mariah Carey? I said, what people used to say about Mariah Carey? She's the next Whitney Houston. What do they say about her now? She's the next Whitney Houston.
No.
At the time, Whitney Houston was still alive, so it was something. It was a little better to do.
Jersey Girl. Speaking of Jersey Girl, because you did mix it up. Kevin Smith actually retweeted this or liked it when I did it. One of my favorite moments in that is just as a dad is when he finally shows up to the stage and then the little girl turns around and sees that her dad in fact did make it to be in the Sweeney Todd play with her, and her eyes glowed. And I took a picture of it, and I was like, as a new dad, like this, I can't wait for moments like these. And Kevin Smith liked it. I was kind of stoked. The only other time I geeked out was when I posted a still of David Copperfield flying, and I said on X, I said, there's no more badass moment in magic than David Copperfield flying off the stage with a falcon in tow. And he liked it on my birthday last year. Still talking about it to this day. Okay, next game. I don't know which one you're going to put up because it might have been out of order. So why don't you put it up and I'll read it? Okay, Jungle Showdown. We have Dutch from Predator versus John Rambo. Now, there's no weapons at first. There's no prep. They get dropped in the jungle. Who wins with no weapon? Okay, so again, you have Dutch from Predator and John Rambo dropped in the jungle, starting with no weapons. Who you got?
I hate this question because if it's no weapons.
Well, no weapons, but they can make things now. They're in the jungle.
Well, Rambo would be great at making things. I mean, that's what he does. He makes things out of bamboo and other shit that and he'll hide in the mud, but so does Dutch. No weapons. Dutch is going to break him in half. Rambo's little, strong, but little. And he's beating up big guys too. A lot of Russians, huge guys. I mean, he's done, but
how's he going to get to Rambo though? Rambo's going to booby trap the shit out of the area.
Dutch is a booby trapping motherfucker too. Remember? And the thing is, you'd say he took out an alien. You know, he took out a predator. And like, yes, Rambo took out a lot of people. I always said, this is the thing I always say about Rambo. In the first Rambo, takes out an entire, like, he doesn't kill anybody, but he defeats an entire village of cops, right?
He
And
kills a
military.
couple, doesn't he?
No, he kills the one guy in self-defense when he throws a rock. But he pretty much defeats all of them, right? The second one, he pretty much just defeats all of the remaining Vietnam army and the Russians that are coming after him. In the third one, he defeats all the Russians.
He defeats the entire Russian army.
Right. In the fourth one,
and he aged the Taliban, by the way.
He's aged in the fourth one, and he beats entire Burma. He beats the entire village of Burmese people. The fifth one, he takes out an entire drug cartel. He fought in Vietnam, right? How did we lose?
What do you mean?
How did we lose if Rambo is fighting in Vietnam?
Oh, because he would have fought.
How did we lose?
Because it was origin story, man. He wasn't at his peak powers yet.
Well,
what do you want him to do? Take down the whole entire army? Well, I guess he did in Rambo 3, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And he ended the Cold War in Rocky 4.
Right.
Anyway. So you're going Dutch, really?
I'm gonna go Dutch, yeah.
Dutch. Okay. I'm going my guy Rambo because I think Rambo, I just think back to that scene, even though he wasn't killing people, and how much he booby trapped that whole jungle area for all the cops. But I will say this: do you remember that there was rumors of John Rambo finally doing a crossover movie? I don't know if it wasn't going to cross over with Predator, but they should have done it. But it was the rumor was that a fourth Rambo movie before the John Rambo movie or whatever, and before the fourth Rambo.
Oh, it's supposed to get Osama bin Laden, right?
No, it was going to be like an alien thing. There was going to be an alien that landed on Earth or whatever, and he was going to, or some crazy mutant creature, like those early Jurassic Park 4 ideas with humans versus. It was going to be him versus some supernatural threat.
I have asked that Rambo question throughout my entire life. Mike Joyce finally gave me an answer that I say, okay, maybe.
What's this?
We lost because he was captured. He was captured for a little bit. He got out eventually, but
yeah, if you take your best piece off the board, that's how
he was captured. He's not wrong, but I don't know how he got out. Maybe we're going to learn that in the origin story.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Hold on a second. Let me get to it.
We're going to cruise through these. Okay, this is it. This is my favorite one ever. This was supposed to. Yeah, I had this. Yeah. What scenario would you choose, Kristian, as you have your other alien channel? The aliens are peaceful, but way more advanced than us, and they make us their pets. Now, I love my pet. You love your pet. They make us their pets. You live a life of petness. Or aliens are hostile, but weaker, so we have a shot to beat them, but at great cost. So, and if they capture us, we're like slaves, and it's bad.
This is an absolute no-brainer. My dog is so well taken care of, eats like a king, and does jack shit. No responsibility, nothing. Pet me up all day long.
No way.
Pet me up all day long.
You're giving up humanity so you could fucking lay on your back and let someone rub you?
Yeah. 100%.
Wow. I'm in the resistance. I think we have a movie here, Kristian.
Have a blast.
So you're a pet that you don't care.
Yeah.
You and your family, you're treated well, by the way. Your whole family will get relocated into a smaller home because these are giant aliens, and then they'll live. They take over all the things, and now you eat when they eat, and you're going to be a pet.
Good food. You know what? Let me have my family, though. That's the one thing. Let me have
you
my
get
family.
Your family. They're not going to do anything weird now, or they're hostile, and you fight for humanity.
No, because we've lost that privilege.
Oh wow. You would be a pet.
Yeah. As long as I have my family with me, and we live nice, and they have good, probably a lot.
It's so funny. I was with my two friends at the gym today working out, and I asked them the same question, and they both agreed with you that they would be pets. I wonder what chat would say. Chime in. Chat as I go to the next one.
They teach me things because the superior technology and the things, and they can teach me how to use my consciousness in ways that other things like I want to fight them.
Yeah, but then look over there. You want to go back over to Disneyland like you did last time, and they tug on the chain. They're like, no, you're our pet now. You go when we want to go.
Fine, feed me pizza. That's all I want. My dog gets treats. Same thing.
Oh. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be the one that breaks into your place, frees you, and I'm like, come on, Kristian, your family.
No,
you're gonna go with the resistance.
I'll be like Theon on Game of Thrones. I ain't moving.
And then you're gonna, you know what? You're gonna look at me and you're gonna pull the string, and then tell all the aliens, and then they capture me, and then they eat me for dinner.
We need the aliens to treat us like pets right now. Trust me. Right. Well, we look. Turn on any news program. We're failing.
All right, next one. We're going to go back to Sopranos world. You get the call, Christian. David Chase wants you to direct the opening of a Sopranos sequel series. It starts the moment the screen cuts to black. What happens next? What is that photo?
What is that photo? Who is that? Is that Bob Hoskins? Who is that? What'd you do, Luke? It looks like it looks like a 1980. It looks like a 1978
sitcom.
Not even close. What was that?
Is that Richard Nixon?
He was. Luke was just pulling images from wherever he.
Granted, this is all last minute today. We were texting literally like right when I got the call to be on the show. But dude, look at me, I'm dying.
Happy days. Who is that supposed to be? It looks like Murphy Brown. With the Iron Man logo in the. What
is the scenario going on there?
This is what I can call AI slop. I'll tell you that. It's horrendous. What? Ferris Bueller's sister. That was horrendous.
Look, when we have more time, I'll get the images for you. I know you have a ton of things, Luke, so we're not slamming on you, but that's hilarious.
Wow, that is hilarious.
I forget the question. All right, next question. No.
So after
David Chase calls you. You're directing the first episode of the Sopranos sequel series.
Yeah, obviously Tony's got to be taken out, even if because of the circumstance with James Gandolfini.
Okay, so let's pretend in a world.
Well, what do you say in general? Any series? If it's any series in general, my first thing is picking up with Michael Gandolfini, and I think they dropped the ball tremendously by making it about the way that they did with Dickie Moltisanti. Just that story just didn't. I enjoyed watching it, to be honest, but it didn't really work. It didn't resonate, and a lot of the characters just didn't feel real. They felt like cartoony almost.
Yeah.
Except Michael Gandolfini, he felt like a young Tony. I would love to see a young Tony series as he's transitioning.
That's a cop out, though. Now I'm asking you to complete the story. What's the first scene of the sequel series?
Story, though.
No, James. They recast. Look, the studio's a dick. They recast James Gandolfini.
I would quit if they recast.
Okay, so how about is he taken out? He's died.
Yeah.
He's dead, right?
Yeah.
Is the family dead? Do you think they shot up the family too?
No, because I don't think that's not what they do, and it's like that's not they're not that's not how they do business. It's like they wouldn't. And Meadow would probably wind up being the one that's going to be running stuff.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I do applaud his son in a Daredevil. You see that and you're like, oh man, he would do a good, middle. How did he first come about? That would be a cool.
That's the only thing of
Daredevil.
No. The Many Saints of Newark that I continuously watched was his scenes. I loved his scenes. That scene at the end when the music plays, you still chills when he's there and the music kicks in. They should have leaned way more into Michael Gandolfini as young Tony. There was the stuff that everybody wanted to see. The other stuff just didn't work. It was a miss, and I think they should have done a series. I don't know why they went with the movie.
Maybe they would. I think that's the end for the Sopranos crime gang, though. At that point, right? Like, there's no one.
Oh yeah, especially when that's what they look like. They're at the Happy Days diner with Murphy Brown and Susan Sarandon. Yeah, it's like I think the show gets canceled after that. It's like, what's your next sell? Do you have any stills? Yeah. I got the dad from Happy Days in a suit looking like the Roger Rabbit cop. And he's Murphy Brown together a deal over a side of pancakes.
I can't wait to find out the origins of it. Like, what was
he just generated it and threw it in like a shit in the toilet and ran out. You might as well put the fucking aliens in there.
Oh my gosh. I still love him. I don't want him to ever stop doing these. Okay. Dude, I look like a fucking wreck now. Where's my
so phone? Bad.
Okay, and then we do have a bonus one, and this is from Luke. This is from Luke himself. So, like I said, I'm going to have bonuses every week of staff members or, someone else. Luke wants to know, would you rather never watch a Dune movie again, but Star Wars drops all-time classics from here on out? They're all great, but no more Dune movies. Or never watch a Star Wars again, but Dune becomes an unstoppable hit machine.
This is a tough one because Dune has just for movie wise has surpassed my excitement. I get more excited.
This is a tough one. That angers me.
I get more excited for Dune movies than I do Star Wars right now because the quality's just been much better, and it's kind of like the hope of what you want Star Wars to be. But I never really liked Dune before this, and Denis, he said, in his question that you keep getting hit after hit, a hit machine. I'd like to be in that world, but I feel like Star Wars has a way more vast treasure chest of time periods and other things that just haven't been explored well enough that if it's hit after hit, I'm taking Star Wars all day.
Yeah. Me too. Star Wars.
Like I said, and I've been very clear about this. I'm a Yankee fan. Yankees have had bad seasons, and I've complained about the seasons. I've complained about the choices that they've had. I've complained about these things. Never stopped being a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Darth Maul, Shadow Lord is an example. They just had a great game, and it looks like holy shit, they got a chance to actually win a few games here. They got a win, and you applaud. And as I said, I've been tough on Filoni. This is a win for Filoni. This Maul thing. Now, can Mando and Grogu be a hit? Can Ahsoka be a hit? Can the season 2? Can Starfighter? If those start to hit, I'm going to start changing my tune and say, look, I was wrong. I always look forward to saying I was wrong. I look forward when it's the negative stuff. I look forward to saying Filoni's got a grip on this thing. Maybe he was hand tied. I don't know, but
I'm going to eat a lot of crow too, because I was not excited about Maul, and now and you're allowed to change your opinion. That's totally valid and for valid reasons. So yeah, for me, you got to go Star Wars, and like you said, you could even stop watching Yankee games for a season if they're that bad. You're like, okay, I'll go back after let's see how the next year goes, and you're allowed to stop watching, and then you come back to it when it gets good. So
well, there you go. But that being said, I'll tell you right now, I'm way more excited for Dune than I am Mandalorian Grogu. Like, if we were like, what would you rather see in the theater, Mando, Grogu, or Dune? It's like, all day. If I never see Mando and Grogu, I couldn't give a shit. Oh, wow. But Dune 3, I can't miss. I'm so PLD. What would you pick, Mando and Grogu or Dune? You said Mando and Grogu. You should just find a new job.
I think you'd pick the sitcom. The Sopranos sitcom with
really?
Bob.
Are you not a Dune guy? Because I don't know how you pick. I don't know how you pick Mando and Grogu over Dune. If you are a Dune person,
I need to do media training and learn how to laugh but without crying.
He loves Dune. PLD, I love you, but you're an imbecile. All right,
anyone in the chat know how to laugh without crying? Tell me, dude.
I don't know. Listen, 40 questions right now we got to get through. In order to beat Roxy and Mike again, Smet's got another shot. He gives you all these games. You guys love his games. Let him get a win. Let's get the win here. We got to beat Roxy and Mike at 126. We got a new member with Arsenal 6839. Noah Lawson. I think Sean Levy has chosen to helm Starfighter because he's a safe director. His filmography and work shows this and prevents creative differences Lucasfilm had with past writers, filmmakers. I mean, look, I loved Real Steel. I liked what they did with the Adam Project. You haven't seen Real Steel?
No.
Oh, Real Steel is a really good movie.
I'll get that on the list.
Yeah, it's a premise that looks just generic, but he does really well with kind of heartfelt moments. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what he did. I like what he did with his episodes of Stranger Things. So I like Sean Levy. I don't think he's necessarily as safe as you may think he is. I think there's other safe directors that just, I think I think he has an idea, and I think that maybe his ideas might play into more traditional heartfelt moments, but I don't necessarily know that yet. Plus, we don't know what the regime change was like by the time they brought him in, how much he dealt with Kathleen Kennedy, how much he dealt with Filoni. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see when it comes out. Go pal, double Smets week. Nice. Hell yeah.
Double Smets.
Yoshimitsu, love the intro to the Days of Thunder reaction. Yeah, that whole thing. I left the whole thing in there. You got to watch the whole intro. I left the whole thing in there because when my wife comes in, that kind of shit always happens. Go pal, all the music channels I watch say that Warner Chappell is the absolute worst when it comes to copyright nonsense. Maybe second Universal. Warner's not great. You got to.
They're bad. They're bad for me too. And I have Batman v Superman cute songs on my KOTOR movies, and they're like
pretty shitty too. You got to appeal though and stuff too. Like, but on the reactions, the full movie reactions, that's the ones that are tougher. Like Sonic and everything. So and Universal was bad too. Like we did Back to the Future, and then they copy. Sometimes they'll just copyright certain parts of the movie. You trim it out and then you put it back up. For Back to the Future, they copyrighted the whole entire movie. I was like, shit. But I left it up there. Yeah, but then not to a strike. You just couldn't monetize it. So that's it.
Yeah. What has given you strikes out there?
The only strike that I got was that stupid Demon Slayer thing, and I love that show, but I'll never do it ever again because it was a 12-second short, and it was a 12-second short, and I was like, well, okay, well, we're just reacting to this. We'll trim a little bit out, and then it came back and said the claim is valid, and then I'm putting a strike on. You have to remove it. I was like, not only going to remove that, I'm going to remove anything I ever did from this show, and I'm never going to watch the show ever again.
Why would they do that? It's just questionable business decision. Talk about me. I don't care.
Ever. Gopal. Original trilogy ripped. Warner Magnum always surprised me.
I don't know what that means.
Not sure. I still expect Wagner to look like Pablo Escobar. Yeah, he's really good in the Maul show. Really good.
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
And I did like the directing on that show. It was not Filoni though, right? He just headed it up. Yeah.
Alan Smithy. Love the new Maul show, but it's obvious the show's packed with droids from all to slice and dice rather than people. But he does take out a few aliens in the in the second part, because I was saying the same thing. I was like, oh, they're just gonna take out droids. But he takes out some alien creatures in the second episode.
I will say this. I hope Maul stays. I love D. Bradley Baker, but I don't want to hear the clone voice, and I don't want to hear the droids, Trade Federation droid voices. Those are so Clone Wars.
It takes hearing droids cry and scream is a little goofy. I kind of agree with that. I thought the show would go harder. I think that it does from what I hear. Gopal, how far did you get into Skeleton Crew? The first episode set out that really picks up once you get into adventures in 2 and 3. Yeah, I got to like 2 and 3. It just wasn't for me. I just didn't care. And I'm
curious what you think of like the final episode, because they take a turn with it for sure. It's it's Long John Silver, Treasure Island style.
I know, but that's the thing. I'm like, let me guess. Jude Law's not really a Jedi. He's faking
but he is. If I remember correctly, he is. There's no tricks. Like, he has the saber and he's using the Force, and he's like beating up on the kids and stuff in the finale.
I thought he was like faking it.
No, he wasn't. But chat can correct me. It's been a while, but he's using the Force. Unless we still don't know if he's using the Force.
I've tried it. I just don't care. I've tried it like various times. The show.
And isn't that crazy that there's a Star Wars show out there with Jude Law, who is great, but you didn't like it or didn't finish it. And he definitely had his powers, I think, in the finale.
Yeah, I was watching it. I'm just not on board. And then and someone's like, you got to watch it with your kids. And I was like, Maisie, come on, watch this. Like, I'm bored. Like, for me too. Let's watch something else.
If your kids aren't into it, yeah.
No. Sean McCabe, gonna miss the rest of the show at the VA Hospital in Manhattan. Hope you're okay. War 6 months slow. All the best. I hope you're okay, Sean.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, dude.
Yeah, he's the best. Gopal, Kev, is that an SM58?
So the backstory with this guy, he knows so many cool things. We were with Roka, and he was like, Roka was giving him shit because he thought it was like the nerdiest thing ever, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. He was like, yeah, well, Maverick, if he's flying the F-14, blah, 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 with like external exhaust versus Starscream or whatever. So I don't know what he's saying there. If you're talking about Super Mario Brothers 58, I don't know, but maybe, I don't know. But
I think that's the problem.
I hope it is, because everything you say is cool.
Yeah, and I like Gopal. Sometimes he'll write in the $2 ones, and he can't fit everything in there. So I get confused a lot of the times what he writes. Saul, first episode of Skeleton Crew is really bad. Wanted to bail. I only kept watching to see if I could get worse. It doesn't. Also lays a lot of groundwork. I believe you, but I know myself well enough, Saul. I've tried too many times. I'm out.
I was convinced that they were going to link that to the Ahsoka show, though. Like that, they had this. Like,
they were trying to. Originally, they were going to have everything tie in, but nobody watched. Okay. That's what they announced, but nobody watched that show. So they don't really, that show was nobody watched that show. David Jordeo, I like Clone Wars and Rebels. I bailed on Bad Batch after season 1. Found it boring. Loving Maul so far. Hopes the series stay consistent. Maul's my favorite Star Wars villain. Would you like to see a Vader versus Maul duel? No, because Maul's terrified of Vader. When you saw him in when that almost happened in Rebels, people thought that was going to happen when Vader showed up, and Maul's like, "Screw this, I'm out of here." Yeah, he just pieced out because he knew that.
But maybe there's a reason now why he says that. Because
Maybe they have a battle. That would be pretty cool, actually. I mean, sure. I mean, maybe that's why maybe Vader tosses him around and he doesn't want to deal with it again. That would be interesting.
David, I would say I was kind of over Bad Batch season 1 too. It was when we were first starting to launch the Scoundrels Inc., so I had to watch it. But the further up, like the final season's actually pretty good. You might want to give it a shot.
Yeah, but with him, the reason why I understand what he's saying, it was decent, but it felt like a chore to watch them, because that was my point. It's like, do the clone, because I get it. I know how much Filoni loves the clone troopers. He loves the different troopers, but it's like I was bored with it too. It was good last season. It wasn't bad, but I was like, I felt like a chore every time I was putting it on. This doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah.
Mike Joyce, Skeleton Crew is a fun, lighthearted show. I normally don't like kids' adventure movie shows, but I like that one. Jude Law was great into it. Every person who was actually committed to it and watched the whole thing has dug it. I just can't. I've tried. I've just tried.
Would you, if you had to watch Acolyte again or Skeleton Crew, what would you do?
Skeleton Crew. Yeah. Because Skeleton Crew knows what it wants to be. It's intended to be a particular thing. It plays to the audience it's supposed to play to, and it delivers if you watch the whole thing. Acolyte is like Boba Fett. It promises one thing and it's terribly written. It does it as different. It's bad. No, I would take Skeleton Crew if I have to watch that. All right, let's see. So Conrad 0404, and there's nothing you can do to make them like you. Who can you be? Somebody else? SMH. Yeah, I know. You just got to be yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
Unheard of Incorporated Christian. Can you confirm or deny my claim that you're laughing in the Rouget app because you had some good experiences using it? It's pretty funny that he said that. I won't confirm or deny. Seattle KO. That Punisher trailer was off the hook. It was so good.
And it didn't show that. I feel like it's only showed a little of it. So this is just a one shot, like a movie. Why don't they call it a movie? Like a special presentation? I don't get. But is it like
I don't know how long. Well, I don't know how long. I don't know if it's one episode or is it a 2-hour movie? Is it like a limited series? I don't know.
I feel like if they're saying special presentation, it's just not a show, but it's not a movie. So
1 hour
show. Be a one shot, 1 hour.
PLD says 1 hour show.
This 1 hour, one thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, JMO, please watch Daredevil with Sam after Game of Thrones. Get her into Netflix shows and then Daredevil Born and reactions. I have so much I have to do with Sam. Like, I just don't know if that's realistic. I just don't know if it's realistic. Yoshimitsu, Smets games are better than Avatar 3. Oh.
James Cameron.
Right. Fuzzy Bubbles, talk about what you want to. It's entertaining either way. Thank you, Fuzzy Bubbles. Paul Hitchcock, our silly ass. Mike Joyce, the boys came back strong. Does Kevin watch?
Dude, I didn't realize.
Oh, is it back already?
It's back yesterday. I looked at someone was talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this season. I'm gonna start binging that when I finish Sopranos. So I'm on Many Saints, and then I got the final episode. And that it's comfort. When you finish binging a show, you kind of feel down the next day. Like, man, what am I going to watch? I did that with Game of Thrones. And then I got hugged by the bosom of the Sopranos. And now the boys are going to get me through. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Mike. Can't wait. I'm going to watch it. I'll talk about it on the show.
Johnny Patrizia. Slash Film has a best limited series. Top 3 were Chernobyl, The Haunting of Hill House, and Band of Brothers as number 1. Do you agree? So I would agree with number 1 because it's the only one I've seen out of the 3 of them. But I also said that I don't know if even if I did watch those, Band of Brothers to me is one of the best things ever created.
That church scene.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It is such a great show. I love that show.
Did you like The Pacific?
Not as much, but Band of Brothers is one of the best things ever created.
And also, I like just quoting the movie The Breakup when he says Band of Brothers, rent it sometime.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, so just because someone quoted on this, where Huckleberry originated from, right? I'll Be a Huckleberry.
From Tombstone, my favorite all-time movie.
Right. So someone was confused because they thought that you were saying that it was cheesy because it originated from a Kevin Nash wrestling promo.
First of all, I never said that. Maybe Roka did because Roka was talking shit on Tombstone. We had a Western thing. One has to go. And I chose Django Unchained because I kept Tombstone because that's my favorite Western of all time. And I kept Unforgiven. He got rid of Unforgiven he got rid of Tombstone. And he said Tombstone is like McDonald's Westerns. So if anybody said that, it's him.
Okay.
I'll Be Your Huckleberry. I never said that was a Kevin Nash thing.
Trey Warthog,
dare you?
Harloff, you add more cool decor in the background. You're not going to tell us about them. How dare you be a filthy gatekeeper of the new decor? Release the new decor files. You face perfect. No. So again, Val came in here and crushed it. Right?
Sid the Squid? Is it Sid the Squid?
No. So if you look like in here, like the Sopranos painting is in the back there. That's Tony and Horse. Really getting Pyomai. I can't see it. That's the Christian Slater Pump of the Volume. You got that old clock that I really love. There's that bottle of Mad Lillard's his drink that he promotes. I like that. Got a couple of different books back there, and there's a lot of other shit in here. But this is just the way that it was set up, and so that's
Where's my fucking belt, bitch?
I know it's in my garage still. I will tell you also the other thing, and again mentioning Luke, I had a couple different shots the way this was looking. And I was like, oh, it looks good. And then Val came in to help for a little bit, and then he and Luke worked with it and Luke's like, get a couple more blues in there in the back, and now it just looks way better. So
love it. Yeah, it looks really good, and it looks great.
Yeah, DJ Case with some support. Thank you. Following up with some more support. Go pal. Adria Ashona is testing for someone I've never heard of in Superman 2. Would they waste Adria as Maximo, or she cover for the other names?
Was that debunked or not debunked? Or people were saying it was debunked and then it wasn't?
I hope it's bullshit. I hope it's bullshit, because I don't like when they do that. When there's someone who's so perfect for a particular role, and just to throw them off, they cast them as somebody else, and it's just an insignificant role. She's perfect for Wonder Woman. Cast her as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Dennis F. Hoffman. Sorry, Dennis. Been a fan since AMC Collider, but lost track early pandemic. Love the old crew, but love the new crew, like Winston, Steph, Kevin, and Chris. Yeah, man, I'm very happy with the new crew, and I like the way that it's kind of put together, where it's like Monday. I was talking about this too. Monday is the news program, really, with me and Roca. Tuesday's a little bit more podcasty with myself and Roxy, and Michael pop in there too, and we'll throw some topics in there, but it's really more podcasty. Wednesday, you got the Smets games and everything too that I like a lot with what Kevin's bringing to the table. We've got to get a design for Thursday and Friday. I want to get a little bit more of what and utilize how great Steph is. And I think I'm still trying to figure this out. If, I got to talk to Winston about it, but I can only have one host on the show. And Mike will pop around and be like the kind of utility player and pop around on all different shows. Maybe we use two hosts here and there. But I was trying to get a weekend show on Saturday and Sunday with Winston. I'm trying to figure that out still, but we're very happy with the team. It's a great team.
I think it'll be fun too eventually as the Smets games keep. People have been really responding well to it. Nice comments and stuff. Thank you. Bringing the Smets games as a special event, because it'll be fun to see, to cultivate 5 Smets games for Roxy, knowing what she likes and loves, or Mike Kalinowski and stuff like that. As like guest spots, or if they ever pop in.
Exactly.
See how they handle the Smets games.
Saul, track down the scene from Savage's AE BioWare Steamboat Breaks Down. I've seen it.
Yeah, with the piece of paper. I remember that with
with the written notes. I watched it. It's amazing. Johnny,
I cried when he died. Macho Man died. I cried at work.
I'm sure. He died around 3 minutes away from my dad's house.
No.
Yeah,
wow.
So I know the road that he died on. Yeah. I drove it all the time. Johnny Patriza, TKO is lowering ticket prices for WrestleMania. However, it's believed it's only temporary. TKO is sucking the life out of WWE bit by bit. Yeah, and apparently Triple H is letting them have it and making it known. They're turning it into it's always been a business, but they're turning it into business first, which is a mistake.
And they're open about it. They literally said in a conference call once, Vince catered to families. We're trying to cater to more the UFC expensive. They literally said, we're not catering to families. We're going to raise the prices because we can make so much more money. They told that to the shareholders, which then it leaked to us.
Yeah. Saul, respect the takes, but there's a good reason why Hart versus Austin WrestleMania 13 is the only match ever inducted into the Hall of Fame. Well, it's not a good reason.
Yet, now.
Right. It's not the good reason is that that's what they decided to do that day. Who voted on it?
I would love for them to do Hogan Savage in the Hall of Fame before we lose. Or sorry, not Hogan Savage. Savage Steamboat before we lose Steamboat, as they get older.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
jump on it.
He's definitely he's definitely in the Hall of Fame, right? He's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're finally inducting Demolition this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Demolition's my favorite tag team of all time.
Yeah. Kaiser used to blare their theme in my ears right before I would make my entrance.
The best. Eclipse. This idea comes from another wrestling podcaster that I follow, but I want your opinion on it. With the 2 recent promos taking shots at TKO meddling in Mania matches, they can do a WWE versus TKO War Games. Now, that's what they would do back in the day if they be playing off of reality, right?
Yeah.
Like they absolutely should. They should change it and make it a thing where I think that they should try in some way to, and I know that they're never going to fully be able to do it, to try to restore kayfabe. I know they've tried to do like they've done it in stints, right? They did it with Seth Rollins when he had that fake injury. Like they did that very well. They should do stuff like that. Like they should do press releases and things, or like TKO is going after Triple H, and this is a whole big thing. And there are certain wrestlers who start siding with TKO, and there's certain wrestlers who start siding with Triple H, and they blend reality into the storyline, and then have a whole thing where they're splitting up the companies and they're doing that, and make it like make the whole thing muddled.
And you get The Rock back in there as one of the board members.
Yeah.
You have Orton already there, and then that's where you turn either CM Punk, or you got to have one of the two big ones, CM Punk or Cody Rhodes, turn and be total corporate. It would be ironic for Punk to do it. It would, because like then you have Punk coming out in a suit, but like you kind of like Punk to be like the fighter.
He shouldn't do it. But like I think
you have Cody there, and now you have.
But what the TKO with the celebrity stuff and all the shit that they're doing, they don't. This is not how you do. They're running it like a variety show.
Yeah, they didn't need it.
No.
You have like such a history with Orton.
You need to bring in freaking Pat McAfee again. I've never really been a big Pat McAfee fan anyway. Johnny Patrizia, forget a classic Diesel match against Mark Mero. Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't know that one existed.
You like Danhausen? Did I ask you that?
I appreciate him. He's not for me.
The best part about Danhausen, and it's what Sam Roberts said, was that if something doesn't work, but he thinks it's the greatest thing. He has armor against it. So like his first entrance was so bad, but for Danhausen, he would think it's the greatest thing ever because
he owns his gimmick, and it's over for a reason. It's just not my type of thing. Like,
got to see him wrestle though. He's got to go in there now and start. If he puts on a banger, then
it's a little too goofy for me.
Well, you're cursed.
Yeah, but people love him. What do you think about the roll-up pins? I hate them. Like a small package type thing.
No, I love them. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, that to me. It's like it makes it more real as opposed to. And I hate how everybody kicks out of everybody's finishers now. I hate it. It. It's like 8 different finishers. Oh, he kicked out again. Then don't do the finisher. Eclipse Team TKO led by the final boss Rock and Team WWE led by Cody or Punk. Also, do you think TKO would mind being a villain in the storyline? That's the main question, right? Like, do they think it's going to hurt their stock? Do they think it's going to hurt their, overall, like what it's going to do? Do you think that perception wise, do they want to deal with those fans? Fans already hate them.
But they can twist it in 1 or 2 Raw episodes where they just start calling it the board. And then when they come out, there's a Titantron that says the board. They fine. Just like the Authority.
Yeah. Trey Porter, do you think that Jeff Hardy could have been the biggest star in wrestling if he stayed sober the whole time, even with his demons? Jeff at his peak was special. One of the biggest stars in wrestling. I mean, he could have been up there. Like he had a lot of problems, right? And self-admitted problems and things that he went through, and I think he's okay now. But yeah, he could have. I think he could have. The answer is he could have been bigger than he even was. Trey Porter, a lot of wrestlers would kill to have that peak run Jeff had from 7 and 9. You can make a case that he was bigger than Cena during that time. That's when he won the title too, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I loved him and Punk's rivalry. That was good. I'm a big CM Punk guy, by the way. Christian, if you ever interview him or anything, he helped me
twice.
Like not him personally. And I almost got to meet him. My friend is friends with Charlotte Flair, and I got to go to Survivor Series.
Right. Yeah.
And it worked out where I couldn't get backstage for that time because Charlotte was tied up with other things. And she's friends with CM Punk, and she was like, "Yeah, you'll get to meet him," but I just didn't get a chance.
Yeah, no, I interviewed him twice, and he was great both times. Go pal, if you're the alien's pet, do you get spayed? If that's the case, then I'll fight them.
Fight them anyway for humanity. We're going to talk about.
I'll fight it for my balls, but more so than humanity. Johnny Patrizia, has Kevin heard of the highly anticipated animated movies Donkeys in Space? I
have not.
Oh, dude. It's got Seth Rogen. Who else?
My kid gonna love it, or is this for adults? Is this like the
it's for
movie with an orgy?
It's for kids. Donkeys in Space. Luke? Do we still have the Donkeys in Space trailer? Let me know if you got the Donkeys in Space trailer, Luke, and we'll play it for you because it's like it's going to be the next. I think it's going to make $1 billion. Well, close to it, 750, I think.
Oh, really? Or are you fucking around?
No, I'll show you the trailer.
This is a bit. I can't tell if this is a bit or not.
Yoshimitsu. Give me great Star Wars instead of Dune. I love the Dune movies, but I read the books and I don't need to see the rest. Yeah, I'm with you.
Give us KOTOR movies.
Yeah, definitely. Never doing that, unfortunately. Echo Machine 5. Love the Smets games. Wednesdays are must not miss now. Yes, I know. I'm with
Cool.
you.
Thanks, dude.
That's what Kevin was. That's what Kevin's pitch when we were talking. He and I too. I was like, I want you on the show. We can do some stuff. And he's like, but I want to do something.
Well,
different.
I remember like Wednesdays were kind of like a throwaway day, and I'm like, that's a challenge to me. Is like, can we make it to where people are like, no, I want to go on Wednesday.
No, it's it. Look at that face. It's amazing. That's from my old studio. Dr. Gravity. I need Finstock in on those Smets games. Give little Bobby a ring. He's just not reliable. That's the problem.
I would love Kaiser on a show one day.
Yeah, Kaiser's so good on the mic. I'd love for Kaiser to come on. That'd be great. We'll do it. Maybe have him come on a Wednesday.
He would do. I'm sure he works overnights right now. Where like he works from like 8 at night till 5 in the morning. So he would be available.
28 Vasco. Watch Springsteen in LA Tuesday night. Second time seeing him. Fantastic. 3 hours twice. I've seen him twice as well. And I saw him in LA twice. I didn't see him in the Garden this time around, but I would have liked to. Yoshimitsu would love a real Steel reaction with you two. Kevin's busy, man, but maybe
I'm super busy.
Yeah. Go pal. I meant, is the mic a Shure SM?
And then when I saw that in the chat, I took it out. My eyes are so bad right now. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it even said it on the mic, but I'm going to say yes. So you think I'm cool like you.
25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Kristian, don't watch Invincible. Reverse psychology fail.
You haven't seen it? Are you against it? Or
no, it's not a matter of being against it. It's like one of these things where it's just like there's certain shows people want me to watch. I watched like the first, I think it was like there was four or five episodes of season 1. I thought it was really good. I just one of those things that I didn't like. There are certain shows that like I cannot miss. Like I gotta watch it. I gotta see where it goes. There are other shows I'm like, oh, it was good, and I never get back to it again.
Yeah.
That was one of those shows. Yeah. Darmisk. No, Dark Smirk. Darmisk. Dark Smirk. Any experiences with UAPs or supernatural? So I've posted it. I believe so. The two that I had when I really started covering this, there were like these orbs that were right in front of my house. I posted it twice. I posted one on my regular channel, and I think I posted one on this channel. I'm not sure. But yeah. So see, 25 hours.
I hope to. They always say like I would be so scared if a ghost haunted me. Like no, once you see your first ghost. I know you're talking about aliens, but once you see your first ghost, that confirms what either no one knows is that there is an afterlife, even if it is just floating around staring at people.
Yeah, who knows if it's not all related. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Any chance you upload last week's pods to Spotify? I mean, I guess I can.
Someone was saying that none of the Wednesday shows have been going up on the podcast.
Well, the PLD said that that's not true. He's put all the audio of the Wednesday shows up there. Now maybe he's talking about Spotify in general. When I was out of town, like so PLD puts all the stuff on the audio. I probably should give PLD access to the Spotify video side so he can just do it when I'm out of town, because when I was out of town, nobody put up the Spotify. And so it was, and it's not that people didn't do it. It's I just never asked them to do it. So maybe I should just teach him how to do that. It's pretty easy, and you just got to throw the ads on their stuff too. So I mean, I can upload the ones that we missed, or I can actually maybe that's a project I can give to PLD to show him how to do it, and that way he can just put the old ones up and we can schedule them for like the weekend or something. It's really
number
easy.
one. We got to get ranked number 1 Wednesdays on Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've been doing better on Spotify right now. Nathan Drake, love that old Master Jedi. Me too. I'm intrigued by where his story goes. Me too. I think
and they're not hammering it down your throat either. So.
No. 2 more. Nathan Drake. I remember when Macho Man died, Stern called Iron Sheik to get his thoughts. Then Sheik trashed Macho Man for 10 minutes. It was great.
I sat down next to Iron Sheik at a hotel bar outside of a WrestleCon or whatever in downtown near the airport in Los Angeles, and it was like being in a theme park with just all real wrestlers. And I remember Diamond Dallas Page was there, and I sat down and I bought a drink for Iron Sheik, and he was really cool.
Iron Sheik used to come into the Comedy Store a lot because when Roddy was doing comedy, he Sergeant Slaughter came in to see him, and Iron Sheik. Cool. He was really good friends with a lot of those guys, obviously. He was the man. My favorite was when I was on the phone with Hacksaw because I used to, when Steve Simone, who's a very good friend of mine from the Comedy Store, he became friends with Roddy through doing comedy at the Improv one night, and him and Roddy hit it off. And then I remember when Ellis and I were doing our show at this place called what was it, Room 5? This place called Room 5 that we were doing our Schmoes No Comedy night in like 2010. And Steve called me up and he's like, "Hey, Roddy wants to come do a set. You guys have time for him?" Like, "Are you kidding me? Of course. I'll bump every single person off this show to do Roddy Piper." Yeah. And so Roddy comes in. He was the best, greatest. He did a whole show. Ken did a whole bit with them. It was amazing. And then Steve was hosting the Rod Pod with him. And Steve was like, "Hey, Roddy really likes you. I'm going out of town. And Roddy wants to know if you want to fill in for me when I'm out of town, when I do my thing." I was like, "Yeah." So I used to co-host the Rod Pod with Roddy when he was out of town. Yeah, it was really good. All right, Justin Bishop. I feel like Cody Rhodes could pull off a Homelander type heel turn. I think so, because he's very well versed in pop culture and all that stuff too. I think so. He would. I think he would do that for sure.
Yeah, he'll be great. I can't wait. Yeah, but
are they going to make him? When are they going to make him heel? They thought they kind of missed their opportunity to do that.
You think? I don't know.
Well, for now, when are they going to do it?
Oh, my camera just died. So there's a picture of me and my daughter.
Is it gone for the whole time now?
No, I'll just go to the regular camera.
Right, you do that for now. I'll do this one. Yoshimitsu, respect for Kristian not wanting to do the movie fights, but would love to see Smets out there. These games tell me he'd be great at it. Oh, he'd be really good. And the show's, by the way, the show is really it's a really good show. No, we know, Tony. It's a really good show. I just never liked the way that it made me feel afterwards. So it's doing really well for them. Great team over there. Nothing but
how did it make you feel? What are you talking about?
I felt like anxious afterwards too, and I always felt like, it's like I just never liked the way it made me feel. Like after every single time that I did it, I went home like, ugh, I don't like this. But it's not because of the show. The show is the show is really good, solid. I'm just not built for it. So,
yeah. Wow, I'd be up for it, but not if it's gonna make me feel like shit afterwards.
No, but that's not an experience everybody has. I don't let my experience say, because they got Roca and Coy and Ellis and Mance. They love doing it. They love doing it, and it's in studio. And you're competitive. You'd have, and those guys are great. They'll treat you well, and you get to see a lot of the people too. If you ever had a chance to do it, you should absolutely do it. 100%. It's not that has nothing to do with anybody involved. It's just, to me, I just never liked doing it. I got asked to do it towards I did it one last time, and then they kept asking me to come back, and I was like, it's just not for me. Yeah, it's not for me. But it had nothing to do with anybody involved. I just didn't like doing it. All right,
we're gonna use this super chat money to buy me an AC adapter for my phone.
Perfect. All right,
I'll get it in the closet for next week.
52, not bad at all. Kevin, where can the good people find you?
Wow. Look at this full screen. You could find me at Kev Smets or revenmovie.com. We just crossed over to 100,000 subscribers on that channel. If you like KOTOR or Knights of the Old Republic, you're going to love that channel. And also Stoneversity at YouTube, and on TikTok, if you just search Kev Smash Cancer on Instagram or Kevin Smets. I got to get it all in one thing. And that shows about my post-cancer journey. Get checked. If you have any symptoms or anything, don't hesitate to write me. I can help you out. You got to get checked. That's why I'm alive today, and I want you guys to be alive too, so you can see us do many more Smets games.
We have a lot coming up. There's so much more that we have coming up with Kev, and make sure you're checking out my social, because Kevin's been doing a lot of great stuff for the social, for both YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and we got some more stuff coming out today.
I have so much fun doing those, by the way. Did you see the ones last night I put in the bin?
Not yet, but I like going through them, like being like surprised and just posting them up. So I'll do that also. I think that's it. Make sure if you haven't checked out our reaction that we did the Punisher, might already be up there. I think it's up there. PLD, a thumbs up. Yeah, it's up there already. Okay, great. Hopefully it's doing well. And that's it. Make sure you check out our Days of Thunder thing as soon as, if I don't know if the Darth Maul thing will be done today. If not, hopefully it's done. If it is done, I'll post it. If it's not, I'll probably post it sometime tomorrow after Game of Thrones. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with Chris and Winston. Oh, one more. Futile for the win, but support. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. Oh, I got another one here. Maybe they're not letting us go. So, that hasn't happened to you yet. Have you, Madmen? So no, you know what's happened in the past? It's happened with Mike a few times. Definitely happened with Steph. Steph was like the queen of it. So right as we're about to sign off, they start throwing in, and then we're here for like another 20 minutes because because then you end up winning. But that doesn't happen all of the time.
It's
So
like baseball. It's like having like a ninth inning where
yeah.
all of a
Oh, wait a minute. I know your camera went out. Your mic went out too.
Sorry, it's like baseball, right? I thought I was done. Well, stop. You were saying you did your sign off. It's like baseball, right? Like you get the ninth inning and all of a sudden rattle off 11 runs. Like we can do it, guys. Let's keep going.
It happens. So I'll give it 2 more minutes to see if anybody else throws their hands. If not, you know when you have a dream and it was like a elaborate dream, but you only remember like bits and pieces of it, and it comes in there for a second, then it's gone.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Like I just had something. I don't even remember what it was, but it's like, oh yeah, there's a dream. Oh, it's gone,
and you forget about it.
And you forget.
Yeah. Or like right away. It happens to me all the time. I used to write my dreams down because I was like, why am I dreaming this? And then you could throw it into ChatGPT and then they tell you that everything's wrong with you, and it's great.
Do you think it's do you the multiverse?
Oh, do I think there's a multiverse?
No, do you think that dreams are multiverse?
So we're living it's our other life in the multiverse? I hope not, because I have some fucked up dreams, Moreau, and I feel bad for my alternate self.
I
How
mean,
about you?
I when Doctor Strange did that, when I was like, I've felt like that for such a long time.
Wow.
That's what's because if you listen to quantum physics and things that there is no end. If the multiverse exists, there's no end to it. It's literally like infinite, and that's why I love that dark matter. Not dark matter. Is that what it's called? What's the one the one that I loved with? I think it's called Dark Matter. The one with Joel Edgerton and
oh, I don't know.
And Jennifer Connelly.
It reminds me of Rick and Morty, where like every time it was based on a short that the same filmmaker did, where like every time he went back in the past, like Groundhog Day, he would press a button, he'd go back. But what he didn't realize is that he was killing off that timeline and killing that person.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Murdering himself 50 times.
Let me see if this is it. I want to see if that's. I love the show. And I can't remember. Yeah, it's Dark Matter. So you need to watch that show.
Oh, okay.
It's phenomenal. Season 2 is coming out soon. It's so good. It was one of my favorite shows last year.
Okay.
2 years ago. Saul, admitting Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania 10 is tragic. He's
only a 2-hour show.
I know, but he's not already good. I think you could replace some of the other matches in there, the regular matches.
Yeah, King of the Ring. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was just all the time.
Yeah. That wasn't King of the Ring. That was WrestleMania 10.
No, but I'm talking about how I had King of the Ring shit.
Got it. Justin Bishop, come on, guys, support him. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting. 58. Joshua Gonzalez. I saw the drama. It was fine. Wasted premise. Yeah, I missed that screening. Is
it a romantic comedy or what is it?
No, it's like it's the two of it's like a drama. I think like she admits something during some game and then fucks up their relationship. I don't know if she killed somebody or whatever. I don't know, something fucked up. Casey Grant, Kevin, name your top 10 shows from 2020. Top 10, not for $1.99. Top 10.
It's like how when I told you to recast Star Wars, like
give some of your shows.
Well, from the 2020s, my brain is not working, but obviously, I haven't finished Succession. Isn't that funny? Haven't finished it, so I got to finish that. Man, I'm putting on the spot here, so I'm trying to think of even shows. As I didn't watch like a lot. That was during the 2020s, early 2020, 2021s. Wasn't. Oh, so you're talking about even like current, like
just throw one in there.
Daredevil, Born Again. Right now, I'm really enjoying. But I've been doing a lot of revisiting. So, House of the Dragon.
Okay, yeah,
I love House of the Dragon. It's been awesome.
PLD projects, Rally Cap, folks. Smets games reminds me of the chill to action thing we used to do. I love it. He just said you ripped them off.
How dare you? What?
He said you ripped off chill to action.
Nice.
Chill to action has a lawsuit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I love it. I might start suggesting some for
you can do next week's. The bonus question is going to be from one of you, and I gave Luke.
Yeah, give it a PLD. That's what led to the Mike clip moment.
Oh,
which is I mean that's still one of the poor bastard. Broke my heart.
Flesh! Mr. Sam Jones. And like that, he's gone.
Is he realizing it? Do you talk to him? When he's doing this? Is that the moment he realizes it?
He's like, I hope that I'm getting this right, but he's like, shit, I can't.
But he can't remember what the question was.
There were two moments that I really went. My whole awning just went up in flames. There was the Andrew Guy beating Merle moment.
I remember that. Your face like this.
Legendary.
You're like
Couldn't
this.
believe it. Yeah. Because Dan, that's the only time in our history of our friendship that Dan was legit heated at me and thought I set him up.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan's the most reasonable person you'll ever meet in your life. But like quickly, it was the emotions and stuff. But I was talking to him outside of the building and he's like, "You set me up. You set me up." I go, "Dan, why in the fuck would I set you up?" I don't know how he did that. I have no idea. He's like, "You said he'd beat my grandmother." I said, "I did say that. I was wrong."
and I remember you imagining you had the tarps built and like ready for what was it?
Oh, it's Levine versus Merle for the title live event. It's supposed to be one of our biggest events ever, and it was yeah. So that one, and then Mike, I was like, "Oh, Mike's going to play for 3 championships. This is going to be huge. We're going to sell so many tickets in New York. 3 championships. Mike, everyone's going to be there to watch Mike play for 3 championships." And Snyder wins. And he still sold like 500 tickets, which was good, but I think we would have sold out. I think we would have sold that place out.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
That weekend is the weekend that I found out that I was going to. No, I'm thinking of the wrong New York. The second New York trip is that morning. I found out that Kira was going to be on the way.
Yes, I remember.
I remember pulling you aside and Brendan Meyer. I told.
Yeah. Armada, Mortal Kombat is a new trailer. I guess this is a new trailer. The New York events were awesome. I did like those events. It's funny. Val was in here yesterday speaking of the Shimoda, and I don't know how it popped up, but I showed him the promo. Oh, because he asked me if we ever did live events. I said I used to do live events all the time, and I showed him when Roxy slapped Ben, and he's like, because there was like 1,000 people in the crowd and everything. He thought it was real. He didn't know. I remember getting so mad at the audience, some of the audience for that. I remember like them not realize, like there was the wrestling audience that got it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, making her look like, the jealous woman. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's like people complaining about, it makes her look bad. I'm like, she's a villain now. She's a villain. She's turning on him. It's a villain move. She slapped the guy. It's like, why does she have to resort to violence? Andrew Guy tackled somebody through a table, and he got hit by a chair. All this shit. But anyway,
if it never went away, I would hope that you would have given me a physical challenge one day. I would have loved to.
And he watched
through a wall.
He watched that, and then he watched the Guy versus Bateman promo, and then I showed him a lot of the Houston event, and yeah.
I think the Mike's. I know it's me because I'm in it, but I think the Spectacular Force Smasher Mike Kalinowski build up was a really good one. It was too.
Great. Oh, especially in the pre-show when you guys went face to face in that little pre-show thing we did. That was a great.
I get physical. I forgot. I got physical.
Yeah, Chance. That's right. Poor Chance.
Had a rough day that day.
Chance really went through it. I love Chance. Chance is still one of the few people out of the Schmodown crew outside of my regular crew that will follow up with me and says, and always sends me like a birthday message or sends something too. And he's Chance is a real dude. I'm a big fan of Chance.
He's a real one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chance. Chance, Jader reaches out quite often. Another guy.
Andreas Gallego reaches out to me.
Yes, yeah. There's your Jesse. There's a few people who still.
I just had a birthday, so I got a lot of them saying it. So,
Salt. Imagine that the Schmodown is a total work. Book your spectacular with results and some stories of how you got there. Oh man,
you can't rewrite mine. Mine was perfect. I came back from cancer and I won.
Yours was pretty. There's some that were just written. Clark Wolf would have won the title, the singles title in that run that she had as Rookie of the Year. I would add Clark Wolf if it was scripted. I would add Clark Wolf when she would have been the first female champion before Marisol.
Would you have had me beat Mike at Collision so that I would have had Rachel?
No, it was perfect. It was perfect the way Mike did that.
Yeah,
because Mike built his legacy off of that.
Yeah,
Mike went on his run. Mike would have been damaged if you would have beat him in that one. You didn't take a hit from that. Your invincibility.
I took a hit for that summer. Oh man,
your invincibility thing took a hit for a second, but then you recovered from it and you looked human. So it was fine. But yeah, that Rachel probably would have gotten a couple singles championships. Roca and Merle would have had a trade back and forth for the singles title for sure. Levine and Merle would have went earlier.
Yeah.
Patriots would have never lost.
Or would have come back maybe.
Patriots would have never lost to above the line. I would have had them gone 10-0. 100%. I would have had them go 40-0. I loved them. They're my favorite team of all time. They were everything. They to me, like, anytime anyone said Shazam was better, no, not even close. Not even close. It was I was so close in getting Patriots versus Shazam in that last
Happen, huh?
Yeah, I have a lot of different reasons, but it just didn't happen. But anyway, Armada, you only keep one. The new Mortal Kombat 2 or the Street Fighter movie.
Street Fighter, dude.
I think I keep Street Fighter because I'm curious to see if they can actually pull it off. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. PLD, I would have absolutely given Action the belts, 100%. I would have. Team Action would have them winning the championship to get the where's the belts and here's the belts. You change it to here's the belts instead of that.
They got to come back your final season too. That was cool. That little reunion match.
Yeah, and Andrew Guy would have definitely been the singles champion. I would have put the title.
He was Shawn Michaels, bro. He was Shawn Michaels.
He was The Rock, dude. I wanted him to be when I turned him babyface when he played against Burnett in that thing.
Yeah.
Like he went through what everyone else. You hate him so much, but then you love him so much because he was so good as a bad guy that he would have been. If he was a dominant champion, people would have fucking loved that. He still to this day was the best performer overall. Like Roka's up there too, but Roka and Mike would explode into real a lot of the times inside of their emotion. Roka built the character. Roka was Hogan.
Yeah.
Roka was Hogan. There was no, like, without Roka doing what he did, Shimodan doesn't pop in the way that it did. I will always give him that.
For sure.
But Roka was such a great freaking competitor. Andrew was never interested in competing. He was interested in the performance side of it. So that's why he was so good in performance. And Mike was both, but Mike couldn't sometimes. And Andrew really understood what it was to be a heel. Like, he really understood. Mike was cross the line sometimes. He would shake hands with people and he'd do other things. But anyway,
I would say this for me. I was really I understood the mission too. Because remember, we'd have to pretend. I always got annoyed if I beat someone and then they didn't when it was taped, and then they didn't promote it the week of because they knew they lost.
That happened a lot to a lot of people.
With Parker. Dude, I went off it. I knew I was going to get TKO'd. It was embarrassing. And I went off at him in social media and interviews because I wanted people to believe like there's no chance. That was my only misgiving, is that I wish
I'm with you on that.
People would be able to separate it, because like no one's going to think less of you for losing. So just go in there. And
I know. PLD Projects, Action wins the belts. Yes. And then Eclipse. Kevin, what's your most anticipated Mania match? Mine is Oba versus Brock. So let me talk about that in a second. Let's build up.
I have my daughter walk like this with me.
Mine too. I will tell you that it is the only Oba has become the only thing about WWE, the only thing that has tempted me to buy WrestleMania and do the ESPN thing.
You got to do it.
I'm not.
I'm on the show now. We're talking about it that way.
I refuse to buy into that nonsense of how they have upped the prices and ripped everybody off. I refuse. I'll watch it. It'll pop up somewhere and I'll check it out. But like, I listened to his song. I listened to his song today at the gym.
What I get pissed now is now that everybody's doing it in the crowd, you don't see Oba do it anymore. They used to stick on NXT. You see him the whole time. Now they cut the crowd. You see idiots like us doing this.
My daughter, my 8-year-old, loves him.
Yeah, he's great. That and Punk Roman. I'm a huge.
Me too. Armada saw Devin Stewart on Geico. Devin Stewart was also. He's another one that I would have pushed him to the moon. He was terrible at trivia. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
When like the Kingsmen had a run, if the Kingsmen were good at trivia, Kingsmen would have been a legendary team because they were so hateable, but they were hilarious. Like they were really, really like I remember being so disappointed at how terrible they were at trivia because they were such good performers.
It just went away too. Like I got to team with Andreyko, which was a dream. You know what I mean? Like we got to be a team. Remember? Like
I do remember that. Holy shit! It's like there's so many things I forget about.
But I don't miss the movies, the ones that I had to watch.
Yeah, I know. It'd be a lot easier if it was scripted. People go, scripted. I was like, it would be a lot easier if it was. Trust me. You can turn people. Because there are certain people you would just turn into stars like that. There's so many people who are just not great.
So, Christian, if we ever get over 125 super chats, or I do a short that does over 3 million views, can I have the belt back for a little bit?
125?
125 super chats.
No, you have to
but I get my belt back.
No, you have to beat the record.
What's the record?
The record is like me and Winston had like 700 or something on like, but it was like we watched the 4-hour chair thing for Marvel. Yeah, so I don't remember what the actual number was, but it was something astronomical. Okay.
Now, you guys, the more super chats you have, the more likely that I might get fired from my job. So, keep them coming.
So Haskell's first hour on WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 will be shown live on regular ESPN.
They are.
So you can watch Oba and Brock for free?
Well, the rumor is that it's Oba and Brock. I don't know if that's guaranteed, but yeah, a lot of people.
That'd be very smart for them to do. That'd be very smart. Yoshimitsu, it might not have been your favorite, but I'm grateful you did movie fights, Christian. That's how I found my way to this awesome community. Yeah, I get that, and I'm glad. And a lot of people did.
That's great.
A lot of people did, and they found from that. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that it gave me, and it got a lot of eyes on me and Mark. I want to make it very clear that I'm not grateful for the opportunity that for us to be able to be on the show. It just I was not built for it. That's the only thing. Eclipse, why not use a VPN and watch on Netflix? You want to know the real answer? Because I'm lazy, Eclipse. I don't want to sign up for anything right now. I usually when I have a VPN sponsor, I don't have one right now, but maybe if I get one in time. But I'm just because I'm lazy. That's why. All right, that's it. Who was? We
didn't ask another. How many did you end up with?
Here's another thing I would have done. I would have because do you remember the Flirt and Floss won the FCL title?
Yeah,
I would have 100%. brought him over as the FCL champion to have him have a dominant run in the movie Trivia Schmodown. People couldn't believe how he was winning. He's so good.
I forgot about him. He was great. Remember, you had me. I went into Chipotle and I shouted "Flirt and Floss." And
that promo with him against Smith with Kevin Smith was incredible. Incredible promo. Armada 8YT. You could fact check or judge on movie fights. I'm not in town. I'm not in town. If I was in town and they went, sure.
Was there legit heat with Kevin Smith and you after the judges went against him? Remember there was that thing where he said it or he put his finger
no. He says no, but I don't know if he wasn't. I stand. There are some judge calls that I have made that I'm like, oh shit, that was probably the wrong call. There's quite a few. That one was not one. That one was not one. He took too long on it, and Marisol hit it, and Marisol was. Yeah, that was not one. If you go back and look at that, and I know what would have happened if I would have given it to him. They would have said that I gave it to him because it wasn't it. He was mad like everybody else would, but then he let it go. He didn't give a shit afterwards. But but we were going to do a whole bit afterwards. Like Coy and I were going to drive to, we were going to do a Kevin Smith versus me match. That's what it was going to lead to. It was going to lead to me playing him and him challenging me.
Would he have done a live event, you think?
Yeah, we were planning on it. He wanted to do a live event.
Wow. And
then I don't know. And then that was part of the whole spectacular and all that stuff. And then it just going to shits. So Armada, would you do a Schmodown with Muppets if you could? I would actually do a Muppets match. It would be Kermit and Fozzie against Shazam.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I think that would have been fun, and I think Bibiani would have a blast with it.
They do stuff like that too. You never know if you could have gotten them, especially when they're promoting.
Yeah, it's just like I'll tell you, the thing with Valley is
here. Can I use my JTE, please?
You did a better Kermit than the guy that did it on the most recent special. I'll tell you that. PLD. Travis Fishburne was a great FCL champion. Yeah, and he came over and he had a early run. He was crossing over when he got canceled. Had a great free for all. I liked Travis a lot. I didn't get to really hang out with him enough. He was impressive. He was really impressive, and he had a great free for all. And I think he could have been a star for sure. He just came into the league when it was Gonski. But yeah, he was a prospect, and I liked him. I liked the way he carried himself for sure. Oh, and the other thing that I definitely would have done that was actually happening. People don't realize the Wildberries were up for a #1 contender shot when the league got canceled. That was really I would have definitely had them go for a title shot, maybe pull off the upset if things were scripted. Wildberries as like them getting back together in that angle. And I love that moment in Spectacular when Dewberry was a heel and then Shannon dumped him and he goes, and then you hear in the crowd, wild, and he wakes up, he goes, Berries.
Yeah.
Who gets screaming from the crowd. That was a lot of fun too.
That was awesome.
They were great, those two. Casey Grant, Kevin,
Gina.
See, finally, someone with some sense on this show,
dude. Her kicking the shit out of her trainer, like she's gonna destroy her.
If it's a real fight, she wins.
Do you think it's not gonna be real?
You never know anymore. I just went with that Tyson pulled punch against Jake Paul. I just don't.
Gloves bothers me, dude.
In what world does Tyson ever done that?
Tyson would have knocked him because in the world he wanted an extra fucking couple million, right?
I'm saying. Right. So like I don't know. And then there's this conspiracy now that like every time Jake Paul got cracked and it adds up, he got cracked too hard. He does that like that tongue thing. He goes like that, and apparently that's like a sign to tell someone to slow down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he did it to all of his opponents. I don't know. I don't know how real it is. I don't know how fake that is. I don't know. But you can't fake getting knocked out, right?
Yeah.
And like Gina Carano has the most to lose in this. In the way that if she gets dominated, if she puts up a good fight and it's a decision and Ronda wins, Gina comes out on top, right?
Yep.
Because Gina is the one that is trying to revitalize her career overall. If Gina comes out and knocks Ronda Rousey's head off and really dominates and knocks her out in the first round, she's been nothing but cordial throughout the entire thing so far. She's been complimentary to Ronda and all these different things, but she's looking to take someone's head off, right? If she comes out and destroys Ronda, then that is going to look great for her overall. And she's going to be in the conversation and people are going to be talking about her even more so, not just about having a comeback fight, about looking dominant again. It is a total chance for second shot.
Would Ronda let herself do that though? Be in that?
Well, the thing with Ronda is, and the reason why I feel, because Saul says Gina has never faced a Ronda. Ronda has beat plenty of Gina. Right. But this is the problem. This is what people keep saying. You're talking about Ronda Rousey before her two catastrophic losses. There are, and I always use Randy Couture as an example.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Randy Couture and Randy Couture lost 2 in a row, you would not hear me say, well, I don't know. His mentally, I just don't think he's there anymore. He was always there mentally. Holyfield, always there mentally. Like you can knock him out 5 times in a row, but that 6th time he's going to get you.
Yeah.
From whoever else that 6th person is. Ronda's still talking about and has excuses for those 2 losses.
Yeah.
She was scared against that second fight when she fought against Nunes. She was scared because she did not want that to happen again, and it happened again.
Yeah, she's Rocky after Clubber in the first act, second act of Rocky.
Right. And has she recovered? Now, the question is, if she's able to, and she's confident enough, I think Gina is also bigger than she is. If she's able to get a hold of Gina and bring her down, then it's going to be a short night for Gina. I just think that she's going to get one of those kicks to the face and go, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I don't know. Armada. Alex Wolf on Schmodown was fun. That was a good match. Him and Roca, that was fun. Richard's Art. Chair watch supers shouldn't be compared to weekdays. No. It's not. I think, but I still don't think that I think that the main total was something like, it was like, I think it was Mike. I think Mike had something like 260 or something like during one of those. It might've been the porn star day.
Wow.
Yeah, he had something ridiculous. So it's in the 200s for sure. Okay. Let's see.
What was our number? Final number.
Final number today was 74, which is more than decent, Kev.
That's my personal best. Like I said, I'm playing against my own ghost version of myself. So thank you, everybody.
Well, there you go. So 74 for Kev, 2 hours and 32 minutes today. I'm happy to do it. Kevin's been a wonderful addition to the show. We're having a lot of fun conversations with him. So make sure you guys check out Kev on his channel. Make sure you checking us out on Spotify. I'll make sure that I give PLD all the information to the account so he can start putting the Spotify video up in there when I can't do it. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Make sure that you check out all the other stuff that we have going on the channel. Tons of stuff. If you didn't watch the Days of Thunder, please watch it. Please, support all of our other reactions and stuff too. It helps the channel keep going. If you're not able to do super chats, if you're not able to do Patreon or membership, just watch our videos. That's it. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Did you shit in there?